Welcome back to the Stupidest Podcast. This is your host, Justin Vandeventer, and along with me, the sidekick, the main man.
No thanks. That's not gonna happen for me. I'm not a sidekick. I'm also one of the main hosts, Justin Rademacher.
No, dude, you're Robin. I'm Batman.
No, that's not how this dynamic works.
I'm Batman.
No, this isn't how it works. I'm Superman and you're Batman. That's how it works.
Why do you get to fly?
Because that was one of my specialties that I wanted. One of my superhero powers that I wanted
Very
before.
true.
You're the Flash, actually, technically.
All right. So.
But yeah, again, my name is Justin Rademacher, the main host of the Stupidest Podcast.
We are on episode 6.
Episode 6.
Number 6 already.
Wow.
Exciting, isn't it?
Time is flying.
Dude, it's going by so fast.
I remember when we were looking forward to this months and months until episode 1 was even going to happen.
Oh, I know.
And that felt like it was yesterday.
Yeah. And it seemed like so much work just to get to episode 1.
We had a lot of stuff we had to get ready for. We had a lot of stuff to buy, and we had a lot of stuff to set up for online and the website. There's a lot of stuff that goes into getting this going.
Yeah.
Especially when you don't want to do anything.
Oh, I know.
Like I said, I'm lazy. I like to be a hard worker, but I also like my downtime.
Right. So, you know what we didn't do last episode? What we said we were going to do?
What?
We were going to talk about our competition.
We already started it, though.
Yeah, training. We're training.
Yeah, we're training for our competition. For those of you that didn't know, we were going to do this competition. We still are doing this competition, but we forgot to tell you guys about it. We got distracted. There's a lot of stuff we wanted to get talked about last time, and it slipped our mind.
Totally slipped our mind.
But do you want to tell them about the contest?
We're going to do disc golf since you got me into it now and got me hooked. We're going to do a disc golf competition at the end of summer.
So we're training all of summer to see who can be the best disc golfer by the end of the summer. This is our very first year of doing it, so we're not going to be professionals by any mean, but we are going to try our best to outdo the other person.
Yeah.
So
and
what are
we're putting a bet on it.
Yes, we're putting a bet. What are the guidelines and what are we doing?
We're going to play 18 holes or 18 baskets at Blue Ribbon, one of the nicest courses in Minnesota, if not the country.
I thought we were going to play all the holes at Blue Ribbon.
We are.
They got 27.
We can play 27. I thought we were doing 18, but we can do 27. No. I'm in for 27. That gives me way more room to just kick your butt.
Okay.
So, all right, we'll do all 27.
We're going to do all 27 holes at Blue Ribbon Pine, and it's the best, whoever has the best score after that round at the end of summer.
Loser gets what?
Loser has to grow out their hair and facial hair for a year, with only keeping it trimmed for professional uses like work and all of that. You can trim up for work and all that, but you have to grow your hair out and your beard out as long as you can for that year.
Yep.
And the only way to get out of this bet is to
pay the other person
$200.
Boom.
Which, it might not be a lot to some of you, but $200 to me is a lot of discs.
Yeah. That's a new bag.
Yeah, it's a new bag. You can get discs. That's a lot of stuff that you can buy.
Oh, yeah.
That's 200 McChickens at McDonald's.
Boom.
That's a big meal right there.
Oh, yeah. Not too worried about it because I'm going to win, but...
Okay. No, you keep thinking that.
Dude. After this bet going on now, and I'm training twice as hard from now on.
Well, after this weekend, I got a leg up to start.
You do. You're
just to start, though. I mean, I'm not saying that you can't outdo it. You can definitely get your practice going.
I'm going to say off the tee box, you got me.
For now.
Approach shot.
I got you.
You got me. Putting?
You got me.
I think I'm my hair better.
You are really good because you've had experience in other sports.
Yes.
With the putting aspect.
Yes.
And I have not. I've been working on my putting. I think my issue is that I've been putting indoors for the last couple months. I've been obviously playing rounds and stuff.
I think that helped you with your technique.
But it didn't help me with the wind.
No, didn't help you with the outdoor.
The elements.
Yeah.
There's so many different variables when you're.
It's nice
when
to
you're
focus on the
outside.
technique, but your aiming was still the same
Yep.
as if you were indoor. You're gonna get there though.
Oh, I'll get my putting down if I can get my putting down. Because I mean that's what they say about disc golf. They say that you drive for show.
And you putt for dough.
Exactly. So we're gonna see. We're gonna train all summer long, and we're gonna see.
Yep.
We'll keep you guys updated. We're gonna post videos. We'll post everything like that, and we'll also after the bet, we'll keep you guys updated on hair growth for Justin Vandeventer once he has to do it.
No. Rademacher is gonna look like a homeless man by the end of next year.
I'm gonna grow my beard out for another year after the summer. So
I'm excited to see what you look like with hair. I haven't seen you with hair in a long time.
my mom is gonna love and hate this competition. She wants me to grow my hair out, but she wants me to trim the beard. So this is kind of maybe a win-loss thing for her because she wants the beard gone, but she does want the hair grown. So I mean, we'll see.
Nice. I'm excited.
I'm excited too. It should be fun.
It's gonna push me to play better.
Yep. And you guys, we'll maybe post some videos like throughout the summer just to kind of let you know how our training is going. We'll play together. We'll play separate. You'll see what's going on.
Absolutely.
Well,
So-
should we get into it?
Let's get into it. Let's see. Let's hear your first question.
Well, my first question is, what would you like? What do you like to take pictures of? Like, I love taking pictures of everywhere I go. Not all the time, but a lot of places that I go, and a lot of the pictures I like to take are like nature-esque pictures. What kind of pictures do you like to take?
I love the outdoor pictures too, but it's definitely. I'm not a big picture taker, but if it is, it's gonna be of my daughter.
Oh, well, of course, that makes sense.
But yeah. I love catching her when she's not paying attention, and she's in her element, just playing.
Like the real life
Yep.
pictures rather than like the
Pose.
oh, I'm gonna pose for
Yeah.
you doing this crazy face.
Yep. Because she's a kid too, and she has that fake smile.
Oh
You know?
yeah, yep.
So
I'm an adult and I have that fake smile. so.
yeah. Yeah. Same here. I don't like my smile.
I like my.
I don't
smile.
like my picture smile. I like my.
You like your natural.
Natural.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like your smile either, but I'm just kidding. I actually do like your smile.
Face for radio, baby.
That's why we do a podcast.
That's right. So, what about you? What about just nature?
Well, I love taking nature pictures. I also love taking pictures of just like the different events that I go to. So like if I'm at like a ball game or if I'm at at a family member's house, like just at a party or whatever. I just love to like
Moonlight concert.
moonlight concerts. I love taking pictures there. Like I just love taking pictures of memories. I just want to be able to, and I don't want to take too many pictures. You know, I want to just kind of get the memory while it's in the moment, but at the same time, I also want to enjoy the moment while it's there. So I don't want to take too many pictures.
Nice.
Otherwise,
You're good at it though.
I try.
That could have been a profession for you, I think.
I'm pretty good at taking nature-esque pictures for sure. I've been training like just with my phone. I don't have like a real good camera, but I mean on Snapchat that's like all you see is pictures of nature basically. Or the podcast. Those are the two things you'll see on Snapchat.
Nice. My turn?
That's you. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go with is there a name or to be called something by someone that automatically just pisses you off?
I don't like when people call me bud unless you're my friend. Like I don't like when people like are maybe like coming up to you like at a bar or something and they're like, "Hey bud, like you're in my spot," you know, or like
Bud or buddy?
bud or buddy. Yeah, I don't like bud or buddy.
Yeah, buddy sounds like just fighting words right off the hey buddy.
Yeah, and you're just like, I don't even know you. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, there are like times like if like I'm calling you bud, like that's cool. Or
Yeah.
if you call me,
Yeah, that's
I
different.
wouldn't mind at all.
Yeah, that's different.
But if somebody I don't know and they're just coming up to you and you're just like, "Hey bud,"
But it almost feels like they're poking you in the chest.
yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I don't like bud or buddy either.
I'm not gonna fight over it. Like if somebody calls me bud, I'm just gonna be annoyed internally.
Would you say anything? Would you be like, hey, don't call me that?
I'll be like, I'll call him like, "Hey, pal," you know?
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I got good comebacks. Tell you what.
All right. Yeah.
What
Mine's
about
close.
you?
Mine's close to that.
What's yours,
Bro.
bro?
I can't stand bro.
Again, unless it's like with a friend, because I'll call you bro every now and then.
Yeah, but I mean, to be even with friends, I think they don't even say bro. They're like, "Hey, brother."
That's a little bit different. 'Cause,
That's
like,
different. Bro is like,
because you have that connection with a couple people, but like if it's somebody that you're not connected with, you're just again kind of that same thing. You're just like, I don't know you, man.
yeah, and it's yo, bro. Like, I'm not your bro. All right, I don't know you.
Yeah, let's have maybe a couple. Let's have a couple drinks together. Maybe
Yeah.
go to a movie. Let's
Yeah,
have a
right?
game night, or
Yeah,
then you can call me bro. Let's start a podcast together.
yeah, right, right. Yeah, it's just I online I got called bro the other day, and it just this is what sparked the question. Like, dude, don't call me bro. Bro, it sounds like you're putting me down right off the get go.
Yeah,
It's not gonna go well for us right here, right out of the gate by
It-
calling me bro.
it's not gonna bro well.
No, it's not gonna bro well at all. So, yeah, that's a name that would
That gets under your skin.
push my buttons a little bit.
No, that makes sense. No, I got my next one is what food did you used to hate or just dislike, but now that you've gotten older, your taste has changed a little bit. Now that you like or love this item or this food or beverage or whatever you wanna.
Beverage, root beer.
You used to hate root beer.
I was not a fan of root beer as a kid, and now I
Wow.
love root beer.
I'm kind of the opposite with root beer. Like, I loved it as a kid, and I'll drink it now, but I'm going a different route if there's other options.
Root beer flows.
Well, yesterday you got a root beer,
Yeah, A&W, baby.
and you bought me a sun-kissed blue raspberry lemonade.
Yeah, it's so weird that you don't like. I mean, not that you don't like root beer, but that would have been something that I would have picked for you because it is kind of like a kid drink almost, you know?
Kind of, yeah. No, and I used to love one of my favorite popsicles as a kid was the root beer popsicle.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, or like the root beer. You know those like, little kegs of root beer.
Yep.
The little root beer barrels. It's
Yeah.
the candy. I loved the root beer barrel candy. I still do, but like I said, my tastes have changed, I guess, a little bit, and I don't seek out root beer barrels.
Which is weird. Like I said, that's weird because you have such a little kid palate.
I do.
You
I
love that sugary stuff.
I'm drinking apple juice right now.
So, yeah, root beer or I'm getting more into vegetables.
Okay, well, I mean that it kind of goes as you're like trying to eat healthier and stuff. I mean,
You remember if it was healthy, it was not going in this body.
well, I know, and we've had a little talk. And you said that you want to start eating healthier
Yeah.
and with the vegetables.
Yeah.
But now you're enjoying it too. Do you have to like use anything like ranch or like what? Do you have to add anything with
All right,
them?
I'm not eating the stuff plain. I'm not eating
I
it.
figured.
I'm not just gonna sit down and eat a salad or like. But what I'm saying, like with like fajitas and stuff like that, throw the vegetables in now because I like it. It adds more flavor.
Interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't have seen that coming from you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm all for it. Throw the onions, throw the tomatoes on there,
I'm still kind of on
throw
the
some
other
peppers
side.
in there.
I don't need it. Like if it's there, I'll eat it for sure.
I think it adds more flavor now.
Interesting. Maybe I just haven't. My taste buds haven't matured yet.
You should try.
I eat it like
No.
when my roommates make food, they always add that stuff, and they always make it very, very delicious.
I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that your taste buds change every 3 years.
That makes sense.
It was either 3 or 5. I can't remember. I read it somewhere.
My taste buds change all the time because one of the things that I used to hate is now one of my favorite foods.
What's that?
Sushi.
Oh,
I used to hate sushi as a kid.
not a sushi guy. And every time I ask you, hey, where do you want to get to lunch or dinner? You always say sushi, and you know I don't like sushi.
And I want to get the all you can eat sushi. So I'm going all in with it too.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna half-ass that option. Like if I'm getting sushi, I'm getting sushi.
Right?
You got to get it with the eel sauce.
Maybe I need to try it again.
If you should. Have you tried it in the last 3 years?
No.
Then you should. Try. You don't even need to like go all out. Maybe go with like a California roll where it kind of gets you into it.
Right.
Because those are usually on the cheaper side. That's usually one of the down on the item. You can even get it at a happy hour.
Right.
So if you wanted to go to a happy hour and get sushi, I'm there with you.
I know that. But yeah, maybe we should try it one. Oh
I'll even buy you your first roll.
God. All right.
And if you don't like it, I'm gonna eat it.
I-
Even if I ordered 5 myself, I'm gonna eat a 6th one then because it's just that good. You have to eat it.
yeah.
And again, like I said, I didn't like it as a kid. I used to actually like my brother Donovan loved it, and I hated it. And then all of a sudden, it just flipped, and I love it.
Yeah, you've always been as long as I've known you.
Yeah, that's about when I started liking it. Was when I first met you.
Makes sense.
That's all I got for that one.
All right. What is something you want to do? Oh, hold on here. What is something you want to do before you die, but you have not done it yet?
Well, you know that I want to do stand up.
Right.
One thing that I want to do before I die is I want to at least have one stand up special, even if it's not like on Netflix or whatever. I just want to be able to like have it recorded for myself so I can share it with people and just so I can share like what I've done over the last few years writing.
Right.
And just have that out and available for people to listen to. And like, I don't even care if I make a ton of money on it. I just want to have my comedy out there and people know what I'm about.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's the one thing I would like to do before I die. And I mean, another thing I'd like to do is maybe like go to space.
That'd be cool.
I think that'd be cool.
What if you were the first comedian to do a stand-up in outer space?
I would love to do stand up in outer space.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Record books.
But I don't know if they'd allow live comedy because I know they don't allow live comedy on airplanes. Do you know why they don't allow comedy on live airplanes?
No.
Or live comedy? Well, it's because they're afraid the comedians are going to bomb. That's one of my jokes.
I like it.
So I got a little bit of my jokes out there. I've told a couple of them throughout the podcast. So if you like that one,
King of dad jokes, baby.
keep listening.
I love it.
They'll keep coming.
Yeah. I went with another approach.
What
I
was
mean,
your approach?
obviously, I still can't comedy, but I figured we kind of already done that.
Oh yeah, and I mean, I want like I said, I just want to do a special. I think that'd be cool to have like an hour just out there recorded.
So I got a couple things. I want to go skydiving
That's something that I would love to do too.
before I die, and then I want to be certified in scuba diving.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, and then I want to get my pilot's license.
Wow,
Oh.
that's going to be a commitment.
Yeah, I want to fly a plane.
I feel like all of those are going to be a commitment because you do have to take classes for all of them.
Yeah, that's kind of probably why I haven't gotten them.
Well, I mean,
Me and classrooms just don't get along.
and you got to make sure you pay attention because that's not a classroom that you want to half-ass it. You want to go know all of the information going in.
Yeah, or die.
Yeah.
Like, but that'd probably be the one class that I would pay attention to. Like,
Well, I mean,
when
you
they walk,
have to.
if you don't do this, you die. All ears, I'm listening.
And then you're texting on your phone.
Right? What's this gauge for? I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
What, I don't know.
what
It can't be
happens-
that important.
What happens if I rip this in the plane?
So yeah, that'd be what I'd want to do before I die. I think it'd be exciting.
But if you are going to take those classes, I would try to do them at separate times so that way you don't mix up the information. You're not like trying to do the scuba gear while you're flying through the air.
Yeah,
Or vice
diving
versa.
deep while you're in the air.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, you don't want to mix those up.
Right. Good point. So, yeah.
That's a good answer, though. I would love to do all of those.
I think we should go skydiving together.
I'm down. That'd be cool to do.
Right? Be like a birthday thing or something we could do or something.
For sure.
That'd be cool.
I would love that. I don't know where we would do it. I mean, we'd have to look into it because I don't know anything about that stuff. And that's actually one thing that I thought would be really cool because my mom actually said that she wants to go skydiving.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I want to bring my mom someday.
That'd be cool.
I should do that someday. I should get that set up.
I'd like to get Dad out there.
Maybe we should all four of us do it.
That'd be cool.
That'd be really cool. I might have to look into this soon.
Right?
Maybe that'll be a challenge. First to skydive.
Ooh.
That can be another one in the future.
There we go.
I don't want to do it too soon. I gotta get ready for disc golf.
Yeah, me too. I'm already training enough as it is. So, what's your next one?
All right, my next one is, so actually here, this one actually goes back, kind of ties in with the first one. Like I said before, I like to take pictures of nature. But what is like the first time that you remember bonding with nature?
Oh, dude, this is really easy for me. It's deer hunting.
Deer hunting. Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, because you get to start doing that at what, 12?
Yep. Deer hunting with Grandpa. Spending time out there and learning nature, learning about tracks, learning all that stuff, scouting, how to walk through the woods, all that. And then you just see all the other animals and stuff. You know, walk up on a grouse, get spooked.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of cool. It's fun.
No, that's really cool. I didn't have the same experience learning how to hunt. I was very energetic and I just wanted to do stuff. So I went with my dad when I was younger. I went out with him one time. I didn't have a gun or anything. I just went with him and he had everything. I was just out in the woods with him. About 5-10 minutes in, I'm like, "Hey, Dad, where are all the deer? I thought you said that we were deer hunting. Where are the deer?
What time are they showing up?"
Yeah, and he's like, "Well, we gotta wait here. It might take a couple hours." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Another 5-10 minutes later, I'm like, "Hey, Dad, how long did you say it was gonna be?"
Are we there yet?
Yeah, it wasn't my cup of tea.
I got a good hunting story for you. So that 14 pointer that my dad has on the wall.
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah. So that actually had 3 shots into that deer.
Okay.
It went by my grandpa's stand first, and he shot. And he shot the balls off of him.
Ooh, that's a rough.
Literally, they were laying right there on the ground. Literally shot them off of the deer.
Ooh.
And the deer hit the ground. Got up, ran off, went towards my dad's stand. And this was the first year.
He probably wanted to be shot again after that.
Right? And this was the first year that my sisters could hunt with an adult.
Okay.
So you had to be accompanied by an adult. So my sister was sitting with my dad. And my sister pulls up and shoots. And my dad shoots at the same time. Because it was 14. He didn't want it to go, lose it.
Mm-hmm.
And so it goes down. One of the shots hit him in the leg and took the leg off.
Just took it off clean?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, broke it.
Oh, okay.
And then the other one was a good kill shot. But
do they argue who actually got the kill shot?
That's what gets funny about this is my grandpa tried to claim the deer. That's my deer. That's my deer.
No.
He hit the ground. I go, let me flick you in the nuts. I guarantee you're going to hit the ground too, Gramps.
Jeez. Yeah, of course you are. You're gonna, especially, and that's a flick.
Yeah.
The other thing is a little harder than a flick.
Right?
Wow. Yeah, that's not your grandpa's deer.
He was trying to claim it. It was so funny.
The deer wanted to be dead after that.
Oh.
And he didn't know how else to do it. And so he ran to the next person that he saw with a gun. I don't know if they saw it or not, but maybe.
So that was pretty funny.
Yeah, that's different than my first experience with nature. I didn't have the hunting. This was actually before I was able to hunt. I went camping. I've always loved camping, and I went camping with my dad, and I went camping with our group of friends too. So it was my dad's friend, and then all of their kids. And so there was, I don't even know how many. There was me, my dad, my brother, Dustin, Dylan, and Dan. So there was 6 of us that went, and it was a ton of fun. Like I remember going, where was it? It was, I think it was Red River. I think it was in Wisconsin.
Okay.
We went, and I learned, that's where I learned how to catch bats. I don't know if you knew you could catch a bat.
How?
I don't know if it's a thing that you're supposed to do. I don't think it's bad, but like what my dad taught us, and I don't do this. This is just something that I learned as a kid. But you'd put rocks in a sock, and you throw the rocks up, but not super high, just a little bit, just so the bats come down and swoop at it. They'll grab it, and it'll bring them to the ground, and it'll knock them out a little bit. And you can look at the bats, hold them and stuff. You don't want to like.
Oh, I've never even heard of this.
Yeah, I don't know if it's something that you should be doing, so I'm not trying to promote this.
Legit.
But it's something that you can like hold the bats, and then you just let them go, and they're fine. Like we saw him flying around later on. He was eating bugs and stuff, so he was fine. He just got knocked out a little bit. So please don't come at me again. I was a kid. I wasn't the one.
Don't know if it's legal or not.
Yeah, I don't know if it's legal. I don't know if I'm even supposed to say this, but that's just what I learned as a kid. I'm just expressing that story now.
Right.
But yeah, so I learned all that. We went jet skiing. There was actually a place at that campsite that we went to that had video games. We would play some video games, and obviously I was a kid, so that's where I wanted to go spend my time, like when I was learning, because I didn't know everything about nature, so I was learning about it. But then at the same time, I was also able to do the video games like Pac-Man and all that kind of stuff that they had there. And yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Nice. I got one. When I was in college, we went night fishing during ice fishing. So we put lights on the tip-ups.
Okay.
So that when the tip-up went off, the light would go off. So we're sitting around the campfire. We're on an island. And then we put tip-ups off the island. And we're sitting there around the campfire, and all of a sudden the tip-up goes off. And in college, we played, the rule was first one to the tip-up got the tip-up. So we'd race out there, trip. Any rules go, you'd wrestle all the way out there.
So it would probably take a couple minutes to get out there then.
Mm-hmm. And I didn't get out there first. So one of the other guys got out there. And he grabs the tip up and he's pulling it up. And it didn't look like a normal fish. And it was an eel pout.
I don't know what that is.
So you know what an eel is, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty much like if a fish and an eel had baby. Like it doesn't have a regular tail. It looks like an eel from the head down.
Wow. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yep.
That's cool.
Well, there's actually a big eel pout festival. Well, there used to be, at least on Mille Lacs. But I've never seen one before this, and neither has he. He was from Wisconsin or whatever, and he's pulling it through the water, and he goes to grab it, and the thing wraps around his arm like a snake, and he's like, "Get it off! Get it off!" I'm like, "I'm not touching that thing. You dude, you're on your own.
That you got the tip up. You win.
Figure it out, bud.
That's your reward."
So, yeah, that was a good experience out in nature.
That's an interesting lesson to learn in nature. Is not everything is nice.
Another time we were out there, we went fishing at 40 below.
Wow.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound fun to me.
He goes outside to go number 2. He had to go to the bathroom.
In that weather. You don't have a bucket inside or...
He's not going to the bathroom in my fish house.
Okay.
I'm like, go out to the car and do what you got to do, man. And he goes to the bathroom and it froze to his leg.
No way.
Yes. And he comes back, he's like, get it off. I'm like, I'm not touching that either, bud.
Oh, you should have let him in with a bucket or something, because that's
So,
tough.
I go, I'm not touching. I go, I'll pour some water on you or something. I go, sit over there. I'll pour some water on you, but I'm not touching that.
So you're not gonna let him poop in there, but you're gonna let him put poop all over.
Oh, no, this is outside.
Okay. You're not letting him in the fish house though. So he's got to pour. You're gonna pour water on him in negative 40-degree weather.
Hey, or sit in it, bud.
Oh my God.
So
I don't like this story. That's tough. Oh, I would hate that. I'm never going ice fishing with you. I'm never.
Take the car and go to the gas station is what I told him to go do.
Yeah, okay. Oh man. See, I don't ice fish, so I don't ever have to worry about it.
Oh, you don't?
I don't really do a whole lot of fishing actually.
We should go ice fishing.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
If you would have asked me earlier, I might have said yeah, and we would have had
You'd have a blast though.
I would have had a story to talk about. That's for sure. Oh, damn. Okay.
So.
All right, so it's on me now. So what? I guess this kind of ties in with that then, with that story. What is like the first like real world memory that you have, where like I say quote unquote real world for like, well, what was like the, well, I guess this is how the world really is like type situation you've ever had? Like the eel wrapping around somebody's arm, like that's a pretty good example of,
right? I don't know. Probably first bill.
Oh, okay, yeah, having a payment,
yeah,
a
first
regular
payment. Yeah, that would probably be my first one. Be like, oh, God, this sucks.
It doesn't stop.
Yeah, like I don't like this. Like, I guess this is how the world is. I guess.
Yeah, and then the first student loan payment.
Oh yeah,
that was not fun.
I gotta pay this back,
and then it just kept going and going. Yeah, that wasn't a good one. You know, I think
you did pretty good with yours though, didn't you? Didn't you pretty much?
I have it paid off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I paid all my student loans. I was able to pay off all of my student loans before I turned 30.
Yeah.
Which doesn't happen very often.
No.
I
was going to say, there's people out there that are probably still paying for some of their student loans till they're like 50.
Yeah, but I did, like, the one thing that I did that I feel like is different is I'm not saying that not everybody does this, but I worked full-time and went to school as basically a full-time student. Took me 1 extra year, so it took me 5 years to graduate, but I got it done and I was able to pay. I actually paid out of pocket from about 2 years in, so I paid out of pocket for like 3 years.
Right.
So that helped with the loans and bringing that down, and I lived at home for those 3 years too.
Right. God, I was hoping you were saying I went to college for 7 years.
Nope, I went for 5. 5 years.
Totally be a Tommy boy. There's plenty of people that go to school for 7 years. Yeah, they're called doctors, Tommy.
No, it only took me 1 extra year, which I mean makes sense because there was a full year, like 2 semesters where I took a smaller load so I could work a little bit more and maybe get it paid off a little quicker. Because when I first had to pay for it out of pocket, I took about half a semester's load. So that way I could kind of work and kind of get used to it. And then the next semester I was like, okay, well, I feel like I can take a little bit more on and
up it up a little bit.
Yep.
So,
but yeah, so my first, like what I am saying, quote unquote, real world experience was actually when I was a kid.
Yeah.
It was at GameStop.
Okay.
So I went to bring in my games at GameStop.
Getting screwed over?
Yes. And I went to bring in my games, and I had a lot of games. And this was for the original Xbox and for the original PlayStation. And so I was going to trade in the games that I knew I was never going to play again. And I'm trading them in or whatever. And I think I had maybe 20 games, and they were going to give me like $30. And I'm like, okay, well, are there like certain games that are worth more than others, or is that just kind of like an on average, you're just going to do it for all of them, or like what's the deal? And they're like, okay, well, this game we're going to give you this much, this game we're going to give you this much, this game we're going to give you this much. And he explained every game and how much he was going to give. There were a couple games that I had to give them money for them to accept it.
What? I would never give it to him then.
I literally, because it was a Madden. One of them was a Madden game. He's like, well, you'd have to give us $2 to accept this game because we'd have to fix it, get it ready, put it on the shelf, and then it's gonna like waste space in our store, like sitting on the shelf. So you're gonna have to pay for that space.
What? That's the
like,
dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, and I'm like 10, 12 years old, and he's explaining this to me. I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to give you that game then. He's like, okay, so well then I can give you $32 if you don't do that game. So I literally got more money
Well, obviously.
by taking that game back, and I threw it away in his garbage can. Because I'm like, that was like where I'm just like, you know what? Screw you, buddy. I'm not giving you $2. If you want to sell that game, take it out of the trash can and do your shit.
I've never sold games or anything to GameStop.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Yeah, I've heard some bad stories.
I mean, I'm not saying it maybe they do have some good stories, but my experience that first time, that guy I didn't like him.
Yeah, it sounds like it. But that's like a pawn shop too.
Yeah.
Same situation, you know.
I've never really sold anything at a pawn shop, I guess.
A ring.
Ooh.
Dude, I paid well, there's multiple rings that I've done, but we'll just say the one that I got. I had a girlfriend that got me a $900 ring one time.
$900,
Yeah.
dang.
And when we broke up, I took the ring and the only thing they were going to give me was metal weight for it, which was like $50.
Wow.
I go, what? I went to like 6 or 7 different pawn shops, and that was the most I got was like $60.
Wow. On a $900 ring.
Yeah. And then finally I went to this one guy, and he goes, I know that you paid a lot of money for this. Like, he knew.
He knew it was a good value.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he goes, I'll give you $150. And I'm like, well, I guess I'll take it.
And he's still probably going to double his money.
Oh, yeah. But I went with him because he was honest and nice about it. I was like, I didn't even want to sell it for $150. I was like, what?
Yeah, I mean, but at that point, like, if that's the most you're going to get, that's the most you're going to get. So you might as well give it to the guy that's being nice, and
right.
Customer service goes a long way sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, he was honest about it. Like, he straight up told me, like, I guarantee you this is what you've been offered from multiple places. I'm like, dude, yep, you nailed that. Yep. So I was like,
I bet if that guy was nice enough, you probably would have given him $2 so he can put it on his shelf and waste his space.
no, I wouldn't have done that. But I would have bought some more stuff from him.
Yeah?
I actually went around the store, and I think I bought some stuff out of that.
Do you think you would have gotten more value if you asked for store credit?
I think that's what I did, actually.
Oh, that's probably why it was.
He offered me $150, so then I think I bought some tools or something like that. So, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, don't ever buy a ring. It just does not hold value.
I saved up money for a ring one time.
Yeah.
And then things didn't go well.
Yeah.
And so I got to go on a vacation.
Oh, nice.
That's when I went on the cruise.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that saving up helped me. I'll save up for a ring and go on a cruise again for sure.
Right.
So if there's anybody out there that wants to date so I can save up for a cruise.
And then just
Yeah, you don't have to stay with me. I just want to save the money for a ring
leave you high and dry.
So I can go on a cruise later on.
Nice.
I went on the cruise because I was sad, but after I went on the cruise,
very happy.
Very happy. That was a fun cruise.
So, all right. I got one for you. Close your eyes.
Okay.
Think of 5 things that make you smile. What are they?
5 things that make me smile. Being in my bed, especially now because I'm really tired. I just got done playing a lot of disc golf.
We played a lot of disc golf.
A lot of hiking. Because we didn't really play a ton of holes. It was just the hiking in between.
Dude, that hill.
That hill is a crazy hike.
Oof.
We had to throw it down. I don't even know how deep that drop is, but that was a deep drop. And then we had to climb up the hill at least 45 degrees, if not 65 degrees.
I would say it was at least 8 stories.
Yeah, it was a big hill. That was a big hike.
Dude.
With our bags on.
Yeah.
With all our discs. And
I definitely didn't have the right shoes.
I did.
Those work boots were definitely...
I had hiking shoes, so that helped. Yeah, your work boots were heavy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
wet, too, I bet. I don't know if it was wet inside, but they were wet on the outside.
And
And
the only
wet
thing
and
I
muddy.
brought up here, I halfway up here, I was like, I definitely didn't bring like any kind of waterproof shoes. And I was like, oh, I got my work boots. I can wear my work boots. Otherwise, I think I would have been screwed all weekend.
Well, the next time you come, just remember to bring a pair of waterproof stuff. Even if you think it's great down there, it still might be a little snowy or muddy up here.
Yeah, it didn't even cross my mind.
I should have let you know, and
Yeah.
that's my bad.
I'm blaming you then, I guess.
Do it. Blame me for everything. I don't care.
All right. Your bed?
Okay, so my bed. I opened my eyes while I was saying that. Sorry, I'll close my eyes again. Just like watching movies or like comedy specials, that makes me happy. Candy makes me happy. I like candy. Or pop or soda. Disc golf. Disc golf makes me happy. Just playing with friends and enjoying some time. Campfires.
Oh, that's a good one.
I love campfires. It's getting to be
is
that
it-
season.
Is it the smell?
It's everything.
I love. I could.
I love
Oh,
this. I just love the environment where it's got that nice mood lighting. It's got the nice warmth to it. If you got your camping tent right there, like it's just, I just love being in that. And the cool part about being up here in the summer and like going into spring is camping, because
Yeah.
I can just go out in my backyard, set up a tent and a hammock, and I'm set
Nice.
for the day.
I love when somebody comes in and they got that smoky campfire smell.
I've gone
That is the greatest smell.
I've gone to work smelling like a campfire.
Oh, that's such a good smell.
I love it, but I'm sure people around me didn't necessarily
Who
appreciate it.
doesn't like that smell?
There are people.
Really?
Oh, I've known some people.
You guys
I
are
don't
weirdos.
I don't like them. I like them, but they're just weird.
Nice.
Is that 5? I don't even remember. Anyway, another one. Just if it's 6, I'm sorry.
We can't count. This is the stupidest podcast.
I know how to count to like 3, so I'm getting there. I'm halfway there. Just hanging out with family and friends,
Nice.
having weekends like we had this weekend. Hanging out.
Yeah, this is
talking.
a fun weekend.
I just love chilling, hanging out with people that I love.
For me, I got my daughter.
Yep.
My daughter always makes me happy. And then going golfing.
Yep.
Like regular golfing, ball golf.
Yep.
Disc golf. Spending time with family.
Yep.
Podcasting and being on the mic.
Yeah, there you go.
Those are 5 things that make me really happy.
My eyes were closed, so I forgot about the thing right in front of my eyes.
Right.
But I like doing that too.
Yeah. There's nothing better than this.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's just we're just having a really good talk, and hopefully it's exciting for everybody else, but I enjoy doing it. So, I mean, that's the fun part for me. And just getting it ready, like getting all my questions ready. Like, I want to see how you're going to respond to what I have to ask. I have to kind of...
Yeah. The coolest part about this so far is, well, for those of you who don't, we're doing this pretty much for a whole year. It's just me and you talking to each other.
Yep. Yeah, it's just going to be us. We're not going to have any guests.
No guests for the first year. We want you to know us better than we know ourselves.
Yep. And then once you get to know us, that's when we're going to invite guests, and we want you guys to understand them and see their stories. I mean, we've said names that you guys have probably never heard before, but if we're going to keep bringing up these names, these are people in our lives that are very important to us. They're probably going to be guests here, so we want to kind of get you guys to know them a little bit as the year goes on.
Yep, and then when they come on, you'd be like, oh, so that's who that was. But like I was saying, the cool part about this is I've known you for years.
Yeah, yep.
And because of what we're doing right now, I'm still learning things about you.
Exactly. I'm learning things about you. And
Like-
this is actually like because there are some questions that we ask that we already know what the answer is. Again, we're trying to let you guys in on that, though, so you guys kind of understand those aspects of our lives. But all the other stuff, we're learning at the same time. Like,
Oh, absolutely.
I'm asking questions that I'm like, you know what? I don't know that about you.
Right. And then even on some of the things that I do know, you tell me the reason why it is what it is. And I'm like, oh, I didn't even know that was the reason why you like that,
Mm-hmm.
or that that's happened, or that story, which is even cooler.
Yeah, and a
It's
lot
the
of the
story inside the story.
and I usually do have like the best reasons for things. Like I'm a very reasonable guy. So everything I do has a rhyme and a reason.
Yeah.
And I'm not exactly sure why I hang out with you, but I'm still learning that too. So that's one thing.
I'm trying to figure it out too. I'm just here because you want me.
Well, apparently you
Because
needed
you say yes.
apparently you needed a co-host
Yeah.
that is a sidekick
Hey,
and not the main guy.
I needed a Robin.
I needed a Robin too. I'm gonna buy a Robin.
Like an actual Robin.
Yep, it's gonna be my pet. I'm gonna name that Roxy too. I'm gonna have a pet kangaroo and a pet robin,
Ooh, nice.
and we're gonna go to Red Robin.
Ooh, yum.
Yum.
So, all right, your turn.
Okay. What is your favorite mode of transportation?
Oh man.
Okay, I'll kind of give you some time to think. It could be anything. It can be any mode of transportation that you use currently, any mode of transportation that you have used, any transportation that you would love to use. So it can be like if you love driving your vehicle that you have now, if you love flying airplanes, obviously you want to do a little bit of the flight part of it.
Right.
It can be maybe there's a helicopter you would like to have, like just kind of it can be anything out there.
I gotta go with a motorcycle.
You love motorcycles.
Yeah.
You have a motorcycle.
I've had a Harley since I was 17. And yeah, there's nothing better than going out on the open road on two wheels. It's so freeing. I'm not a speedster on my bike.
Are you like
I'm just out there
conservative while you're riding your bike? Or
Yep.
you yeah.
just out for a cruise, out for the joy. It's so freeing.
I've never had that experience.
It's riding a motorcycle isn't so much about the ride. It's the freedom. It's something different. It's almost religious.
Religious, okay.
Yeah, it's different. You can't really describe it without you actually doing it. And I don't know if it's the same if you're a rider.
I
If
guess
that makes sense.
I've never had the experience of really being a rider or a driver. I've ridden 4-wheelers and 3-wheelers and stuff, but I've never ridden a motor. And I've ridden like dirt bikes and stuff, but I've never been on the road
Right.
with a motorcycle.
Yeah, it's something, and I think it connects you with nature too. I think, like, because you're out. There's not four walls around you while you're moving. I don't know, something about a motorcycle that's just so freeing, but yet scary.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean that's one mess up, and
Yeah,
there could be a
You're
lot
done.
that goes wrong. No, that's an interesting one. I like that.
What about for you?
I was actually gonna go the opposite. I like my vehicle. I just love driving, and I haven't had any experience driving like a plane or a train or a helicopter or a spaceship. But I love like just driving, and a car has been the most exciting experience that I've ever had. And I mean, I love like a convertible because I'm still able to have a semi experience like a motorcycle, but like have the freeing ability, but you're still on 4 wheels, and I don't have to worry about somebody bumping me and I'm flying everywhere, you know?
Yeah,
I just like my vehicle. Plus I love one of my favorite things to do is a road trip.
dude,
I love road trips.
Yeah, when people travel, I don't know why they do not like the road trip. That's the best part of the vacation is the road trip down.
I love just getting a ton of snacks and just riding along. Either if you're driving or you're riding, you can, like, if you're riding, I like riding better because I can watch a movie.
Right.
I don't necessarily like to do the movie thing like all the time, But I just like, especially like if I'm with friends, that's the best part because then you can just talk the whole way and bond. I love the bonding
Yep.
and
The
just
camaraderie.
Yeah, like I'll watch a movie, but again, not super often. I only did that a couple times, but it was kind of nice. Like
Right.
especially like if it's not a super long road trip and you're with people you don't want to talk to.
Yeah. And the stops along the way. It's almost like a vacation inside a vacation.
Yeah, then just getting everything in the grocery store or the convenience store. There's a lot of different things that you get to experience, like that aren't necessarily something that you would experience around home.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I guess I would have picked that for you because you love your new car.
I love it. It's my favorite vehicle that I've owned so far.
Yeah. Boy, we made a mess in it today.
Yeah, I need to get that thing to
I can't believe that's not bugging you right now.
It's so muddy right now.
Yeah.
I'll clean it eventually. Probably tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning, I'm guessing.
I'll probably do it before you. I'll do it before bed.
So, all right. What do you think you focus on most? The future, the past, or the present?
I feel like I focus most of my time. I try to focus most of my time in the present. I try to experience everything like going on now because I don't want this to go to waste. You know, I feel like this should be something that you're never going to be able to experience it again. And so like I want to enjoy just living now. I don't do it and I haven't really done that a whole lot in my life. And so I'm trying to do that a little bit more often, but I'm going to say my answer would be that now. But in my past, I've been mostly focused on my future.
Okay.
Because I've always thought like, okay, well then this, if I do this, then that's going to help me at this time. If I do this, then it's going to help me there. You know what I mean? So like going through college, I knew that was going to eventually help me in the future. Working on my jokes, I know is eventually going to help me in my future because I can do these jokes in the future at a gig. I know if I practice disc golf now, I'm going to do better at a tournament. So like that's what I would always focus on is if I do this now, it'll help me later. Where again, I also want to be able to experience now.
So you focus on the present for the future.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to do now is just kind of experience everything around me and live it to the fullest so it helps me now. And then sometimes like obviously it might help me in the future, but I want to be able to enjoy what's going on around me.
Okay.
How about you?
I used to focus and like dwell on the past.
Okay. Yeah, I've never really had that trouble, I guess. Or not. I don't want to say trouble, but I've never focused on that before. So I guess I don't have that mindset.
Yeah. See, and that was never good.
It wasn't good. Okay,
No.
that's kind of what I was getting at. I didn't want it to sound like it was a bad thing. You did say dwell, but
Yeah.
I was just trying to say.
Yeah, it was definitely bad for me at least. It was never the good things in life that I looked, you know.
Yeah,
because God, I could have done this different or that different, and I dwelled on it, and it really brought up I wouldn't say depression, but depression.
Okay.
And I would dwell on that and think, God, and it almost took over me as a person. Almost, I thought at times, and now it's totally different. Now I focus on the future. And how I can make things better for the future. And I don't really focus on the present right now, which to me I think means that I need to slow down and take in what's happening now.
Yeah.
And
just take a second to smell the roses when you're by them.
Enjoy the present, you know, before it becomes the past.
Exactly. Yep. That's what I was getting at with my answer. Is I want to experience. I want to be able to stop and smell those roses and experience that for this, even for a brief second.
Especially with my daughter, you know.
Yeah. Yep. Because that is going to go by.
It's going to go by so fast, and it already is going by way too fast. So I definitely need to slow down and just accept with what's going on now.
Yeah.
Not that it's going bad or anything, but
Hmm.
just take it in. You know, there's going to be time. I mean, she might not want to hang out with dad forever, you know,
Mhm.
and she's definitely a daddy's girl right now.
Yeah.
So,
And maybe, again, because there are probably people out there that do look at the past a lot, but maybe you can focus instead of looking at like the negative side of things and maybe what could have been. You could maybe look at it in a different way and say, hey, you know what? I did this good thing, and say like that's what got me here. That's what I'm doing so well now. Even if things aren't going exactly how you want, like you might still be in a better spot because of this good thing that happened in the past.
right.
So,
And if focus on that good thing. If it's going good now, that means it's going to be good later.
yeah, so exactly. So like if you focus on good now, focus on like in your past what was good, then your future could be
It's going to be good.
even
More
better.
than likely going
Yeah.
to be good. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. We're figuring out stuff. We're starting to get smarter on this podcast, I feel.
Yeah, points.
So this is at some point we might not be the stupidest podcast.
Yeah,
I'm a little nervous we're going to
have to change the name.
yeah. The second stupidest podcast.
Not so stupider.
Not so stupidester podcast 3D.
So, all right, what's your next one?
Okay. What is or was your most favorite place in the entire world? Either now or when you were a kid. Like, what is there? Like, what place do you think of when you think of your happy place?
Oh, going up north to the farm.
Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing better than going to the farm and
What's at the farm?
the farm. I mean, it was going to help Grandpa. When I was a kid, it was always going out to help Grandpa either, bale hay or milk the cows or doing all that.
Or milk the hay and
Yeah. I used to love going in the hay shed, though. Just climbing in the hay bales and all that and playing in the hay. And in the back of our hay shed, Grandpa had you remember the old school climbing ropes?
oh yeah, yep.
Yeah, he had one of those tied up in the shed, and we'd swing out and then swing back in and land back into the hay bales.
Wow, that'd be a lot of fun. Did you ever like make like a hay fort?
Oh yeah,
That would be so much fun. I remember doing a little bit of that stuff. Like my grandma lived on a hobby farm, so I helped with the sheep stuff. They didn't have like as much hay, but they did have a little bit of it. So I got to work with that stuff. But I used to love like just trying to manipulate it into like cool little forts.
Yeah. What was your place?
My favorite. Well, it's different. It's changed. So as a kid, my happy place, I would love going to Camp Snoopy.
Oh, it's not even Camp Snoopy anymore.
It's not. It's Nickelodeon Universe.
It's always going to be Camp Snoopy to me.
Same. It's always going to be Camp Snoopy. I remember, though, that was my favorite place because when I was a kid, my grandma would always bring me and my brother Donovan, and we would go there and spend the entire day just at Camp Snoopy. And we would walk around the Mall of America, too, with Grandma. And
I was going to say.
she'd usually get us one item that we wanted to get, and she'd also get some stuff, too, for herself. And
For the people that don't know, Camp Snoopy was
part of Mall
the
of
amusement.
America.
Yeah, it was the amusement park inside Mall of America.
Yep, and that was when I was a child. That's how I still remember it.
So it's always going to be.
And I just remember always going like the night before Camp Snoopy. Dude, I spent like an hour just thinking about what I wanted to do there. I'm like, I'm going to ride this ride 3 times. I'm going to ride this one 3 other times. And like I would like get the whole thing down. Because I mean, sometimes like we would only ride a few rides. But there were some days where my grandma would get the unlimited wristband. Do you remember that? So you could ride as many rides
as long as you wanted.
Yep. And so like sometimes I would get that and it would be amazing. And then other times like maybe we just wanted to do the log ride, or just one of maybe the ghost shooter one. I don't even remember what that one was called, but that was fun.
Yeah.
I want to go now just to kind of see what it's like.
We should do that for a day.
That'd be cool.
That would be fun.
I'll ride rides for sure.
I haven't been there for years, so it'd be fun to see what's new in there.
Yeah, I mean, I used to go like when I was living down in Plymouth. I would go every now and then just to kind of poke around, see what it was like. I never really went into the Nickelodeon universe though, so I mean that'd be kind of cool if we went and like actually rode
that's what
the
I
rides.
mean. The rides.
I haven't done that in
years.
a long time.
Yeah, I go up to. I think we used to go like once a year just to go play the putt-putt.
Oh yeah, that actually went away for a little while, and then they brought it back, and now it's a ton of fun. I went to that relatively recently, like maybe a year or two ago.
Yeah,
that was fun.
Yeah, that place is. A lot of the stores are closing in there.
Oh, because of everything going on.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That hopefully they're able to make a bounce back.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that used to be my favorite place as a kid, and obviously it would still be if I like when I'm reminiscing. But now it's just being in my bed. Just right before bed, watching TV, watching movies. I just love being comfortable. And for those of you that don't know it, I love pillows and I love blankets on my bed. I have 5 pillows and a giant comforter, and I have an extra blanket, and I cozy up and just watch a movie until I fall asleep.
You bum.
I do it every night. I love it. It's my favorite activity. That's my happy place.
That's good though.
How about you? Do you have anything like from the past? Like I know you said your past, but do you have anything now that might be a little different?
I enjoy the gym.
The gym.
Yeah, I don't know why. It just, and that being said, I dread going there.
But you like once you're there,
It's my happy place. Once
Yeah.
I'm there, it's definitely. I feel like, and this is going to be really weird. Is I love working out and building up a big sweat, and it feels like all the negative energy is leaving my body. But I shower there. I quit gyms before that didn't have showers because when I feel all that negative energy, I feel like the shower just washes it all away. If that's, people may think that's weird, but
I should change my answer because I love just being in the shower. I don't care what shower I'm in. I love being in the shower too. Like it's just a good feeling. Like especially like after a long day like today, I'm taking a shower before bed, and I might end up taking a small little nap in the shower because it's gonna be so comfortable, and I just love it. It feels like you're like under a small waterfall, you know. That's what I picture every time I'm in the shower. I just feel like I'm under a waterfall.
Nice. Are you a hot shower guy?
Not hot. Like I definitely like it toasty, but I'm not gonna go like sometimes it'll get steamy depending on how hot I get it, but I'm not trying to go super hot.
See, when I was younger, I did not like hot showers.
Now you do?
Yeah. Now they're just.
What about a cold shower? Have you ever done a cold shower?
Yeah.
That feels good after the shower, but not during.
The cold shower is amazing after the sauna.
It is amazing after a sauna. Next time we are at your place, we're going to have to do that.
Yeah.
Do a sauna and a cold shower. Not before the podcast again, though, because that relaxes me too much, and I'm going to be sleeping.
I want to do the sauna and then do an ice bath.
That would be a shock.
They say it's really good for you, though.
Really?
Joe Rogan talks about it. And and I've seen other athletes, they're like, it sucks. But they tell you not to be in the ice bath longer than 3 minutes.
Okay. Well, I mean, that would kind of make sense, but that's a huge shock to your body. So maybe that's the reason it might be good. Maybe that's the reason it's bad. I don't know. I don't know anything.
They say it's really good for the muscles and all that, though.
It probably would be for like relaxing them and like just the way they would contract. And
might have to throw it in my my training techniques now.
Do it
for disc golf, maybe. That's
you got the advantage that way. I don't have a sauna yet.
Ooh,
I might have to get a sauna just for the training.
Dude, that'd be sweet if you got one up here.
We've talked about it.
Have you?
We've talked about it.
Yeah.
I need to maybe do a little bit more convincing
Nice.
with my roommates. Because it's not my house, so if I convince them to get it, I can maybe take advantage.
I would think Josh would be all for it.
I think he would be. I think they would both be for it.
Yeah.
I just need to.
Yeah.
I just need to convince him to do it before the.
Would you get one?
Disc
Would you
golf.
get an infrared like what we got? Or would you actually get like an actual sauna?
I don't know what they would decide. I know what we were talking about was potentially doing a little bit of the garage and redoing a little bit of that extra storage area.
Yeah.
I don't know how we would do it, but I mean,
And doing like
It's
a
an
wood
option.
stove? Or
yeah, yep,
that would be badass.
that'd be a real hot one.
Oh, dude, I would be up here almost every time we do the show then.
Yep,
That'd
Well,
be sweet.
that would be even better for me. I need to do this. I need to get this going.
Dude,
Josh, if you're listening, we
I-
need to get this going.
I know a guy that can weld.
You
That
do.
could build up the stove.
You know him pretty well.
yeah,
You know him pretty well. That was a bad one.
I kind of liked it.
Did you? Okay.
Oh, that was a great dad joke.
I'll write that one down.
So-
Maybe. I'll forget.
So, my turn?
Yep.
Let's see here. Where are we? Have you ever sleptwalk?
I have not slept sleep. I've never sleepwalked. I feel like I have slept talked. Like I've had conversations while I slept. I know I said this last episode where I had somebody over at my house and they did the sleep talking, but I've done that many times. Like I've had conversations with my girlfriends at the time. I remember my roommate in college. I had a conversation with him. We were literally having a conversation and I was sleeping this entire time. And halfway through the conversation, he asked me a question and he's like, so I don't even remember what the question was, but he's like, so do you like the color red? And I'm like, yeah, I like the color. I like the, huh? And he's like, what were you saying? Like, what's going on? I'm like, what do you mean what's going on? Like, I was sleeping. He's like, dude, we were having a conversation. You were answering a question I just asked, and then you said, huh, in the middle of it. What's going on, dude? And so I just kept talking and sleeping, I guess. I don't know.
Has it happened recently?
Not that I know of. It's been a while. I've only slept with myself for the last year or so. Or like in any vicinity of anybody.
Right.
So
I don't think I've ever heard you. But I've
Really?
never
Okay.
slept with you. But I mean, from a distance.
yeah,
so,
no,
like,
I know. Like we've slept on like in
the couches
yeah,
and stuff like that. But I've
couches
never
or
heard you.
lazy boys.
Have you ever heard me?
I've heard noises.
Yeah, I snore.
I've heard snoring, but I have not heard talking. I should ask you a question sometime, just see if you answer.
Oh, I probably would.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I used to sleep talk all the time.
Have you sleptwalked? Like, have you ever?
Many of times.
Really?
When I was younger, Dad used to have a high top van. You know, the high top vans with like the bed in the back.
Yeah.
I walked all the way downstairs, out the front door, and into the van and crawled up in the back and laid down the bed and went to sleep in the van one time.
Wow.
I remember waking up there coming back in the house and going to Mom, why'd you guys put me in the van?
And
Did-
she's like,
Did we go somewhere or something? And they're like, what do you mean? Where did we put you? Where did you wake up in the van? I go, yeah, I woke up this morning in the van.
Wow. And this happened multiple times. Like,
Oh,
not
yeah.
the van situation, but like you've just woken up somewhere where you're just like,
Oh yeah. Hunting one year, my mom literally had to like talk me into going back into my bed, going, what are you doing? I go, I don't know. I thought I saw something. I held the whole conversation with her, and she literally had to like walk me back to bed. And
so you slept, walked, and talked, and you
At
just
the
did
cabin,
everything at the same time.
yep,
Wow. No, I've never had that experience where like I actually like got out of bed, or I feel like the most that I've ever done, I toss and turn
yep.
sometimes, not all the time. When I was a kid, I was terrible. I would kick and punch, and I was bad. I guess
I believe that.
like every now and then, like, because I would like sometimes when I was a kid, I got scared, and so I would like want to go sleep in mom's bed, because she'd protect me.
Right.
And apparently I would like punch and kick, and so she's like, "You gotta go to bed. You gotta go over. I know you're scared, but I don't want to get punched in the face again." So
It's talking in my sleep has actually have gotten me in trouble.
like
Because-
you like revealed a secret or what?
No, I've said I'd do things.
Oh no! And then
It-
you gotta do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're
they're
like, "Oh, I'll do that
Hey,
tomorrow."
hey,
Yep.
yeah, I'll do it to him. And then the next, hey, why didn't you do it? You said you were going to. I said, when did I ever say I was going to do this or that? And they're like, last night when you were half asleep. I go, no, I must have been full asleep because I don't remember saying this.
I'm gonna try this tonight. I'm gonna videotape you saying that you're gonna do something for me, and I'm gonna make you do it now.
So,
I'm gonna be like, "Hey, you should not practice disc golf for all summer."
yeah, I'll do that. Sure. So,
All right, what little things in life make you happy? Like, is there anything like just something that really small things, like it can be like seeing a puppy dog, or that's just an example.
just
Like,
a beautiful day. Fresh cut grass, clear blue skies, white fluffy clouds. Nothing better than that. Laying back in a hammock and just smelling that and seeing that.
that sounds awesome.
That's a happy day.
I'm there right now.
Yeah. Especially after a long day like today.
Oh, I know. I could go for that right now. I'm feeling my legs right now are getting a little sore.
Definitely going to use those hammocks that we put up in the yard this year.
Ooh. I might have to use that too. No, I like that too. I have like small things too. Like I even use this as an example in one of the questions you asked, but pop and candy. If I have a pop or a piece of candy, that makes me happy.
You're such a kid.
I know. I love it.
You're such a little kid.
Or I just love when like you're just randomly out in public and maybe just a pretty girl. You see a pretty girl in the distance and she looks at you. And she
Gives
just
you that smile.
gives you a little smile or a wink or something. That doesn't happen.
I was gonna say, so you get a wink? Have you ever gotten a wink?
If I get a wink, I'm probably dating that girl for a year.
Will you marry me?
Yep. Otherwise, yeah, just talking to family and friends and just being with people that.
What's your
I
favorite
enjoy.
candy?
My favorite candy?
Let me guess. I think I already know
You
this. I
probably
think
know
we've already
this.
talked about this actually on the podcast.
Yep.
Gummy bears, right?
Gummy worms.
Gummy worms. That's
Sour
right. Sour
gummy
gummy
worms.
worms.
Trolli in particular, but I will take any sour gummy worm.
Nice.
But if anybody's looking to give me sour gummy worms, I only do unopened packages.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Why is that?
Well, just because like I've had like coworkers and stuff offer me candy, and it was just really old and nasty and disgusting, and I'm like, why would you give this to somebody? Especially me, who would appreciate a good piece of candy.
Right.
So if anybody's looking to give me candy, it's got to be unopened because I've had bad experiences.
Nice.
How about you?
What's my favorite candy?
Yeah, I don't know if I know.
Dude, I am an old soul. Big time. When I was a kid, do you know what my favorite candy bar was?
I don't know.
Payday.
Oh, Payday.
Dude, that's like an old man
You like
candy bar.
You like the peanuts.
Yeah.
That's a good candy bar. I haven't had a Payday in forever.
Dude, so good.
Man, I might have to get a Payday.
I might have to get a Payday too. I haven't had one in forever too. But man, they were good.
That's an
The
interesting
caramel and the peanut butter.
That's an interesting favorite candy too.
Right?
I don't know if I've ever heard of anybody saying Payday is my favorite candy.
So good.
I've heard Reese's a lot.
I had all my favorites. I love peanuts. I love caramel. And I love peanut butter. It was bomb.
I mean, that does it have peanut butter in it?
Yeah, in the center.
Oh, Maybe I haven't had one for, like I said, in a long time, so I don't even know what's in it.
I think it has
Payday.
peanut butter in it. I'm pretty sure it does.
I have no idea. I'm not looking it up either. I'm just gonna
Sounds
eat
good.
it the next time I see it.
But now Snickers probably.
Snickers is a good one.
But I might have to go back to Payday.
You love the peanuts.
Yeah. I'm a nut guy.
I see that.
All right. Do you work to live or live to work? And are you married to your job?
Well, I work to live. I would not want to live to work forever. Like, I would never want that to be a thing. I want to go to work to make the money so I can live my life and enjoy it. I don't want to be married to my job ever.
Have you ever been?
I've never been married to my job.
Really?
Nope. I'm never going to be married to my job because, well, the only thing that I would maybe marry my job is if I were to be able to do physically be able to do stand-up comedy as a career.
Okay.
Then I would be married to my work, and I would love every minute of it.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely was married to my job.
Yeah? Which one?
Pretty much every job that I ever had.
Okay.
I lived to work. Working was that's kind of how my family is though.
Yeah,
Life is just work.
Yeah.
You work and then you die. Like it's the way it's set up for my family. It's
Yeah.
always generation after generation. But
No, and that makes
I'm
sense.
starting to see like there's more to life than just work.
Yeah, and that's the way that I want to live my life. And I mean, I feel like work is a very important thing. Don't get me wrong. Work is very important.
Yeah.
You need to be able to pay your bills and do all that stuff. But I also want to be able to
Enjoy the other things.
enjoy the other things. I would much rather enjoy the other things than enjoy the work. Even though you are at work for a long time. It's a lot of hours you put in.
Yeah.
But I'd rather enjoy my time outside of work than in work.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, and it was always a hard time for me to say no and do this. So that's why I was just like, and I've always liked the jobs that I've had.
Yeah, you've had some fun jobs.
Yeah.
Like where it's enjoyable to do it.
Yeah. That's kind of another reason why I've been married to those jobs is because I enjoyed doing them.
Mm-hmm. And you enjoyed the people you were with.
Yeah. It was almost like a family.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's where we met.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I mean, technically, I'm still married to that job.
Yeah, exactly.
Just,
You're still looking for a way to get out of that.
yeah, right. Yeah, sure. We'll go with that. But I definitely, I tell myself not to do that with this job. And I do love the job that I have now. I love my coworkers. I love my boss. They're all those guys are great. I love giving them shit, giving them a hard time. And make fun. I make fun of all of them all the time, but it's all out of good fun.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's a great job. I couldn't ask for a better boss,
Mm-hmm.
and so it makes it hard not to get married to that job.
Well, yeah, because you have so much love and appreciation
for
it.
the people.
Yeah.
But I definitely still need to separate work from my other life.
Yeah. Yep. You got to have the balance.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I never had that before.
Yeah.
It was always work. I never made time for this
Mm-hmm.
because I was at work. And now I'm starting to
get that balance.
Get that balance. I need my own separate life too.
Yeah, and I've always worked to have that balance. I've always wanted to have the work life balance.
Yeah.
I tend to lean towards the life more than work, if anything, though.
Which is weird because you're not a lazy guy either.
No, I'm a hard worker. When I'm at work, I'm committed to work.
And I think in my family's eyes, like if you don't get married to the job or married to work, then you're considered lazy. I think is the way my family views it.
Okay. So
and that's not the way it should be viewed.
Yeah, your family would think that I'm lazy, which again, like I said,
but they definitely don't.
Yeah,
you know that.
I'm lazy in the fact that I want to get it done, and I want to get it done as quickly as possible. so I don't have to do it later.
But you're a hard worker too, which is weird.
Exactly.
Which doesn't make sense for your answer either, too. You know.
Yeah.
Because I definitely thought your answer was going to go the other way at least some point in your life. Because you are a hard worker.
Yeah, but I've never been married. Like, I'll do my job,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not going to be married to it.
I mean, especially because every time I call you, you're always at work.
Oh yeah,
and I always
work a lot.
And I always tell you, quit.
Yeah, I know.
You know, tell them you're a podcaster now. Just quit.
Eventually, once we have enough people and they're paying us to do advertisements and they're giving us money from their own pockets, then I can do it. Then I can quit.
God, that would be awesome.
Do this full time.
Yeah, just hang out. What'd you do today, Rademacher? Well, we played, 72 holes of disc golf. We played a round of regular golf.
The cool thing is we could go travel and still do it.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be great.
We could do this in Hawaii.
Oh, yeah.
A year from now, that's the goal. To do this in Hawaii while getting paid for it.
That'd be sweet.
I would love that.
I still think that's a goal, is to get an RV. Get an RV, set up a studio in the back of the RV, and we just go to whoever.
I would love that. Yeah, have our guests, we'll just meet our guest anywhere.
Yep.
And we'll be like, hey, you're going to be in this area? We'll meet you there.
We'll meet you there. Boom.
That'd be cool.
So.
Sweet. My next one is, what is your favorite dinosaur? Or I should say, what was your favorite dinosaur as a kid? What is your favorite dinosaur now? And how long has it been since somebody has asked you that question?
Oof. Growing up as a kid, I remember the Triceratops was always my favorite. I always thought it was really cool. The 3 horns. And
yep.
This dinosaur's gotta be a badass.
See, I did actually pretty good then last episode guessing the rhino.
Yeah. Yeah, because I would say that's pretty close to a sister.
Yeah.
Relative or something,
Cousin.
Yeah.
Third cousin.
An off cousin. But yeah, the 3 horns, I was like, oh, that thing's got to be... Then you find out it's a plant eater.
Well, so?
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
I'm like,
I like how you said 3 horns, though, and you only held up 2 fingers for... Oh, you had the thumb up. Okay.
Thumb up.
I didn't see the thumb up.
Boom.
I just thought that was funny. I just thought... I don't know why I said that, because nobody's going to know
nobody's going to see it
happen. The stupidest podcast.
Right? But, yeah, the Triceratops was as a kid. And then I would say now it's got to be the T-Rex because of Jurassic Park. It's one of my favorite movies of all time, Jurassic Park. The T-Rex is a badass.
You stole my answer.
Yeah?
Yeah, the T-Rex was my favorite.
As a kid?
As a kid and now.
Yeah?
But you know what? I can maybe change my answer, though. I'll say T-Rex as a kid. I like the Raptors, though.
The Raptors are cool.
The Raptors in, the newest... you just said the name, Jurassic Parks.
Well, the new ones are Jurassic World, right?
Yeah, Jurassic World. Sorry,
gotta get your movies right, man.
I know. I love the Raptors though, where Chris Pratt is controlling them. With his mind. That's what happens, right? He's controlling them with his mind. He's like,
I think he's doing like a snap technique. Isn't
he? I was joking. He's doing it with the Force.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
That's that movie, right? The Force.
That's a guy that definitely got ripped.
Oh, yeah,
Watching him from Parks and Rec to now, that guy's chiseled.
Yeah, he has done some work to his body for sure.
Yeah.
I love him, though.
But last time I've gotten asked that has to be elementary school.
Yeah, it's been a while. Well, I mean, the last time for me, it's about a second ago by myself.
Yeah, I mean... What's weird is you study dinosaurs in elementary school, and then you never touch them again.
You don't really go into detail after the fact that...
You learn them.
Yeah, you go to the science museum and you get to do the sketches with their bones. And
Yeah, because I don't remember ever talking about dinosaurs in high school or middle school.
I don't really either.
Kind of weird, ain't it?
Yeah, I want to know more about dinosaurs. I might have to get a dinosaur book.
Might have to get back into it. Be kind of cool.
We're gonna be dinosaur experts.
Right after the disc golf.
Yep. That's gonna be our next competition. Is who can know the most dinosaur bones.
Oof. That'd be kind of cool to go on like a dig.
That'd be really cool.
That'd be really cool.
Being archaeologist for a day.
I had a buddy that actually found he lived out in North Dakota or something like that and bought some land, and they found a dinosaur bone.
Really?
Yeah.
How did they know it was a dinosaur bone?
They had to call like an archaeologist out there, and they actually dug on his property and got it out of there. It's kind of cool.
Did I ever tell you that I owned an archaeology business one time?
No.
Yeah, I did.
Really?
I got in trouble though, so I had some archaeologists come and talk to me after a little while, and they actually brought me to one of their sites,
Yeah.
and they had a real hard discussion with me. Like they really had a bone to pick with me.
You're just throwing them out there tonight.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
That's again a Roddy original, so
King of dad jokes.
I'm trying.
I love it. So, what about you? Is that when was the actual last time somebody asked you that?
Probably elementary school.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm being honest, I don't remember the last time. That's why I said this one. I'm like, you know what? I'm going old school. I'm going to ask a question that hasn't been asked for a while.
Nice. I like it. Bring it back way back then.
Oh yeah.
All right. How do you feel about the podcast so far?
I love it. I'm having a ton of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I want to keep doing this as long as we're having fun. I want to keep doing this, and I hope everybody enjoys what we're doing. I hope that everybody is having as much fun as we are. If you're not, please let us know like what we can do to change it to make it fun for you. Like,
Yeah.
I want people to keep listening, and if there's maybe a segment that you want us to add or
questions
that you want us to talk about or anything, we want to make this better for everybody. Like, I want to get to know you guys. I want you guys to get to know us. Obviously, we will be adding guests eventually. So if you have that as a suggestion, of course, we are going to be doing that. But again, this is kind of a get to know us.
Yeah. So
time.
hold off on the guest part of it. But definitely, yeah, I definitely would like to hear from other people on what they would like to hear us talk about or questions that we should answer. Or if there's questions that we have answered, if they want more in-depth answer. More. Wow, that was really good.
What if they want us to talk better?
More in-depth.
Yeah.
Yeah. More in-depth answers on our answer.
Yep. Yeah, if there's anything, like, I know we did mention, I think it was one of the early episodes, we talked about, like, supernatural stuff. So we'll obviously talk a little bit more about that later on. In last episode, we got into that a little bit. And
I still haven't hit my Bigfoot story.
I know, we're going to have to
get into that in another episode, too.
That's the second time we got to learn about that soon.
Yeah.
That might be...
next episode?
One of the next episodes, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely think the podcast is going very well so far. I love everything. I love how we started it. I think we definitely started it the right way by doing our own website and using ourselves as hosts.
Yeah, that was huge. I mean, you even said that there was something that went on that ended up going south for some podcast, which is tough. But
it's ours now. It's 100% ours. Nobody else can take it. Nobody can shut us down whenever they feel like they're...
Yeah, we have full control. We have the rights to it, and we got it. I think the way that we did it, we
did it right.
Yep.
And I like that. And eventually, we're definitely going to have to get into merch.
For sure. I would love to.
Once we build up a little bit more, I think that would be cool.
Yeah, let us know what you guys would like. If you guys want a hat or a shirt or a wristband or whatever you guys want, a headband.
Sunglasses.
There's
a lot of things out there that we can get.
An ankle band. I'm stuck on bands.
I know. You like the bands.
I do. If you want us to start a band.
Yeah, but no.
No, I'm not musically talented at all. I could sing for you guys, but I don't want to.
Yeah, if there's definitely something that you guys would be interested in, let us know. It would definitely be cool.
Yeah, for sure.
So.
All right. What would you do if you weren't afraid? If you knew that there was going to be something out there that whatever you were afraid of wasn't a thing, what would you do?
Dude, I would take a picture with a clown
You would.
if I wasn't afraid. There's no way in, no offense, no way in hell you're gonna get me to take a picture with a clown. I don't care if my daughter's with me or not. Get away.
Challenge accepted.
I just no way. I love going to the circus, but I still don't want to go to a circus because I know there's clowns there.
Yep.
That's how scared I'm.
So if your daughter wants to
fears.
go to a circus, she's gonna have to ask somebody else to.
I'll
bring.
go.
Oh,
go.
you would? Okay.
Yeah, I'll go. But somebody probably should go with us because she's probably gonna want to go see the clowns, and I'm not going to see the clowns.
And you're gonna be like, I'll watch you from a distance.
Yep.
Would you be scared for your daughter going, like, if she
No.
went by herself?
No.
You wouldn't be scared for her?
No.
You wouldn't be, so your
It's a
fear
personal
is
fear.
only, okay.
It's a personal fear, not.
That surprises me, actually.
It's really weird.
I thought that you would be a little nervous.
They just creep me out. It's not like I'm scared of them. They just creep me out.
Yeah.
They give me the heebie-jeebies.
It's the smile thing, I know.
Yeah, I just don't.
See, you hate it.
Yeah,
What about, like, the Joker in Batman?
I don't consider him a clown, really.
Okay.
I just, that's his persona. Like,
Yeah, that's just,
I know he is a clown, but I don't.
you don't, yeah, it's a
That's
little
his-
different because the makeup's running. Is
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
what if you saw a clown where the makeup was running? Does that do anything for you?
That's probably more freaky, but
That's,
I know, it doesn't
That's-
make sense.
yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. But to me, the Joker is like a cartoon.
okay. Even if it was like Heath
Yeah.
Ledger.
Yeah,
Okay. Interesting.
I find that is because that was Batman and the Joker was a cartoon when I was a kid,
Mm-hmm.
so I was tied in with the cartoon. So it's not really a clown in my eyes.
Interesting.
It just I'm weird. I know.
Yeah. That's why I brought it up. I wanted to see it, and I was surprised by the answer.
Yeah.
I'm glad I asked.
What about for you?
If I weren't afraid, what I would do is I would move and try to do some comedy. I would want to like try to pursue it and see how far I can go with it
If you weren't afraid,
if I weren't afraid.
what are you afraid of?
Missing out on stuff here.
Yeah.
I would miss out on my family and friends and all the fun stuff I get to do already. Like I love my life right now, and I would love to find a way to get comedy in it while I'm here.
Stand up is huge in Minnesota, though.
Oh, I know, and that I would love to get in the cities and do it there and get more involved in the scene there. Obviously, I live a little further away, so it's gonna
You were
be a
there.
little bit. I was there, but I didn't feel confident enough in my material, and since I've been up here, I have found my voice. But I'm not gonna say that because it's probably gonna change once I'm on stage a little more often.
Right.
But I feel like I've found my voice in writing. And so I feel like I've been able to write a lot. And I've found out how I want to do my jokes and my style and all that kind of stuff. So the last year I've built my confidence up immensely compared to what it used to be.
So do you think you'll ever go back?
Like move back to the cities?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely an option. I don't know, like I haven't really thought about it though. I don't know. Like I'd love to do some stand up in the cities, but like I said, I love everything that's going on now. I love
Right.
being up in this area because it's so beautiful, and I get to go camping whenever I want. I get to go disc golfing wherever I want.
Right.
I have a great job. It's fun. I love it.
I know. I want you to move back just because then you're closer to me,
Yeah.
and you're like I said, you're my best friend.
Yeah.
And I was really upset when you first moved.
Yeah.
I wasn't upset, but it just like sucked because I was like,
Because then it's less time. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I understand.
and I still talk about it, hence why I just brought it up. Like I want you to move back, but then when I come up here and visit, I get why you want to stay up here
Yeah,
because everything up here is just great.
It's amazing.
Life up here is way different than life down there.
It
To me.
It's so much more.
I think it's slower.
It's relaxed. It's
Yeah.
chill. I love it.
Yeah.
Plus, just living on an area that has a whole lot of acreage,
Yeah.
being able to do whatever, whenever, like it's fun. And obviously, I don't own it,
Right.
but I mean,
You live on it.
I live on it, and I get asked my input on some stuff, so
Yeah.
I help with stuff like building the fence and
Yeah.
doing all the stuff. Like I help everywhere I can.
Absolutely.
But yeah, no, that's always been one thing. Like, and I'm not saying like I want to move to New York or LA or anything, but I'm just saying like that's something that I've always thought about doing.
Right.
Is I mean, it'd be cool to do comedy, and I'd love to travel to do comedy too. But again, I also want to be able to come back here a lot. Like, I want to be able to come back home, see my family, see my friends, and I don't want to miss out on any of that. So that's the one thing like that I'm afraid of losing what I currently have to do this dream of mine.
I think that'd be another reason why I'd love to get my pilot's license. Like,
Just so you'd be able to travel
yeah. Like, hey, we want you to come do a show. Sweet, hop in the plane, zip out there, do the show, do the stand-up, do whatever they wanted to do, and then boom, hop in the plane, boom, I'm right back home. Matter of 6 hours.
That would be cool. If
So.
you get your pilot's license, I can do the same thing. I'll do the show with you.
There you go.
You can be my opener.
Get
You
out.
remember, I like.
You're my Robin.
No, I was trying to flip the script on you. You're my Robin in that situation.
Yeah. So yeah.
We'll do every other.
Yeah, we'd have to, for sure. It'd be cool to start doing some like stupidest podcast stand up.
That would be cool. Like do it like a live.
Kind of like the Impractical Jokers do.
Okay, yeah,
So
that'd be fun.
all right. Since we're talking about this, in your stand up, what kind of look would you like to pull off? You know, like stage presence.
Yeah.
Like what kind of outfit and all that. You know, like some people wear suits. Like Bert goes shirtless. Like what kind of look would you love to pull off?
I've
not.
thought about it. I'm not sure exactly what I would want to go, and that's kind of the good part about like now just trying to get more shows and like doing all that stuff is I'm gonna be able to find what I want to do. I do want to just be myself on stage. I want to be able to like just be me and dress how I dress. But again, I also like at my work, I dress up all the time, and it'd be kind of cool to look nice in front of a crowd, you know. But I also at the same time I want to. It's tough because like with my style comedy, I have two different styles. I have my regular, my dad joke style jokes where they're nice and clean, and I feel like would tailor to a lot of different audiences. And then I also have what I call my naughty roddy jokes, where I get a little bit dirty and I'm able to go places that I wouldn't be able to go with my dad jokes and my other stuff. And so I feel like if I were to do a show with both of them, I would want to have maybe a little different style and a different look. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, sometimes when you're doing stand-up, you either want to dress the part that people think that you are going to be. So either, like, if you're going to do the nice jokes, dress like the guy that does the nice jokes. Or do the opposite. So be the guy that, like, maybe dress kind of sloppy and then do smart jokes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, look like you're a dummy and do the smart jokes. Or maybe look like you're going to be... There's a whole lot of different options that you could do that. But just either dress the part or dress opposite of the part.
Isn't it weird how some people can dress some ways and some people can't?
Yeah.
In that line of business?
Yep.
Like...
Can you imagine Bert dressing up in a suit?
And he did.
Oh, did he? I didn't see that.
No, well, not a suit, but like in his very first special, he wore a black button up and all that, but he said he sweats a ton.
So he had to tailor it to himself and without the shirt.
Well, he talks about all the time on how he became shirtless. He was doing some kind of bit where he took his shirt off, and some girl in the front was like, "Keep it off." And he said he kept it off. And all of a sudden he got off stage and the guy's like, do you know you just did 2 hours shirtless? And he's like, oh, I guess I did. And it never went back on.
Wow.
But
Interesting.
and then like Tom Segura,
Yep.
he wants to be a suit guy.
Oh, I didn't know that about Tom.
Yeah, he would love to be a suit guy, but he just can't do it. He tried it when he was young, and it just didn't work.
It didn't fit him.
Didn't fit his style. Didn't fit his comedy.
Well, I know in that documentary you were showing me with Tom in it,
Yeah.
he bought a suit.
Yep.
What was that called again? Just so
Um,
other people can look at it.
Have to Kill.
Have to Kill. Yep.
Or something
Yeah,
like that.
yep.
It's about
The Acme Comedy
the
Club.
Acme Comedy Club here in Minneapolis.
Yep.
Tom and 2 other guys.
Yep.
Go over to China or Asia.
Yeah, that was a good documentary.
It was good. So.
Well, sweet. Well, my next one is.
Well, we already didn't answer.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You do this to me all the
I
time.
keep skipping you.
Look, you're Robin.
No.
Batman.
You are Batman. I am Superman.
All right.
And you're also the Flash because.
Loosen up your cape a little bit, then, Superman over there. I would love to be a suit guy. You know I love dressing up, but I'm not wearing regular suits. You know I'm not a regular suit guy. I am definitely styling it up a little bit, doing some outrageous colors or totally weird designs in them.
Well, you know who also likes to do that is Robin.
Whoa, did you hear that? My
Yeah.
stomach.
I know. I keep hearing your stomach.
Do you?
Oh yeah,
God.
it's prevalent.
Oh, maybe I need some more dinner or something. I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Definitely would like to be a suit guy, but if I can't pull off a suit, then I'd probably be a jeans and hoodie guy.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
it's
actually I would like to dress just like I said, like myself. So if I were to do it, I would like to just wear jeans, maybe like a long sleeve shirt. Like just that I can roll up the sleeves. That's the way I like to dress. That's how I dressed all the time at my other job.
Yeah.
And it was very comfortable, and it's just that's how I like to dress. That's how I would dress when I was in college. Wasn't necessarily the coolest.
Yeah.
It was me.
I still would like to be a suit guy. Would it be? I don't know if I've ever seen anybody at open mics wearing suits.
Do it. Be the first.
That'd be cool.
We'll have to test it out.
Test it out one of these times.
I mean, if you do it at an open mic, it's not like
It's gonna be a thing, though.
Yeah, it's not like you're dedicated to it then.
Right?
I like it.
Might have to do it. Might have to try it out.
Yeah.
See if it works. I think it definitely would get me noticed.
Oh, at an open mic, if you're wearing a suit, it'll get you noticed.
Yeah. So.
Sweet.
All right. Now
am I
you know
able
what? Now
to?
I'm done. I've answered.
Batman.
So
Am
now-
I able to go to the next question?
Yes, Robin.
Okay. I'm not Robin.
I
I'm
mean Superman.
What's the worst meeting that you've ever been a part of?
I don't know if it'd be the worst, but it was definitely the most awkward. Somebody got caught stealing, and I had to sit in that meeting with the GM and all that, and we had to talk about what happened, and that was really awkward.
I bet. Was it somebody that you knew?
Oh yeah,
Somebody that you were friends with?
yeah,
Okay.
definitely. Definitely was upset with him.
Yeah.
And just not a conversation you ever want to have.
Yeah.
We didn't press charges or anything like that, but we let him go.
Mm,
And it was really bad.
yeah. That's
You never want to have that conversation with somebody.
No.
So,
Even if it's not a friend, but then adding that dynamic is puts that extra twist to it.
yeah, because then that just carries over throughout life too, you know? The after work
Well,
stuff.
you still think about it, it sounds like.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, and the thing is like I brought them back. Like they left before, and then I brought them back on my word saying, hey, this guy's going to be good this time.
Yeah.
And then it just didn't happen.
I gotcha.
Yeah. So that would probably be the one thing that stands out.
Okay.
Just not comfortable. So how about you?
The worst meeting I've ever been a part of, it was supposed to be called a quote unquote efficiency meeting. So we were supposed to learn how to be efficient, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this meeting was scheduled to be 30 minutes long. Ran an hour and a half.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
Do you think we learned how to be efficient? I didn't learn a damn thing about efficiency.
When they can't even be efficient.
And I brought it up. They didn't like that I brought it up. I'm like,
No?
isn't this supposed to be an efficiency meeting? Oh, yeah, of course it is. Like, we've learned so much. Like, we've been here for quite a while. I'm like, well, I know. This was scheduled to be a 30-minute meeting, and I have to get going. Like, we were supposed to be done an hour ago. Like, I didn't like that.
Oh, I bet not.
I got talked to after that.
Did you really?
Yeah.
What'd they say to you?
Well, they basically said that you can't talk that way to somebody that's running a meeting during their meeting.
I'll tell them to run the meeting more efficiently.
Exactly. I don't work there anymore.
God, I would have been so mad. I hate going to meetings, period.
Yeah, it was not a fun one. I've been to other meetings at that place, and they were decent meetings, and they were useful meetings, but that one in particular just got under my skin, because I'm like, you know what? If it's about efficiency, why don't you make it efficient?
Right? Time management, too.
Yeah, if it's a meeting about time management, maybe manage your time.
So many people don't know how to time manage either.
No, that's a tough skill for some people.
Which I don't get.
No.
It's not that hard. Get lazy.
Mm-hmm.
Your time management gets really good when you're lazy.
Yep.
So, yeah, that sounds terrible. That would be an awkward freaking meeting.
Yeah, it wasn't fun.
Sounds like it ticked you off quite a bit, too.
Oh, I think about it all the time. I tell people about it all the time. I'm like, yeah, no, this meeting isn't bad. This is a great meeting. At least it's not an hour and a half long efficiency meeting.
We at work, I had to get certified for fertilizing and stuff and pesticides and all that.
Yep.
And in the classes, they're talking about PPE, personal protective equipment.
Oh, I was thinking of a different PP.
But they tell us that when we're fertilizing, you need to wear a hard hat and all this and that. And the one guy that's with us, he's like, a hard hat? What do you need a hard hat for? We're fertilizing. Like, what's going to hit you in the head? And it bugged him the whole time. Like, every time, make sure you wear your hard hat.
No, every meeting, I bet that got brought up. Then.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, if you're going to the restroom, make sure to bring your hard hat.
Oh, yeah. And anytime he has to go out and fertilize now, I go and tell him, like, you got your hard hat? You good to go?
That's ridiculous.
Oh. Yeah, and I thought the same thing. I'm like, I've never, ever in my life seen anybody fertilizing
with a hard hat.
With a hard hat on.
I'm going to do all my yard work with a hard hat on.
I bet you don't even own a hard hat.
I don't.
I'll get you one. I got plenty of them.
I got a lot of soft hats.
Oh. So. All right. What is your goal in disc golf?
My goal in disc golf?
Yep.
I just want to have fun and get better. I want to be able to improve my game on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis. I just want to be able to keep improving while enjoying myself. Like, I don't want to overdo it, like, to the point where it's not fun anymore. I want to still be able to keep and maintain that want, that urge to go out, you know? Like, after playing today, we played like 36 plus holes, and I wanted to play more. Like, I want to keep going, and I want to always have that.
You definitely didn't act like that on the course.
I did have a little frustrating time.
So you need to
save
this little clip that you just said and listen to this then.
Well, I mean, I've had those times, and even when I'm done and we're back home, or even when I'm just playing out in the backyard, there are times where I have a bad day.
You got frustrated.
I got frustrated.
It was a little more than frustrated.
That happens.
I don't like seeing that.
No, you didn't.
I definitely didn't like seeing
You
that.
probably didn't like seeing that side of me.
No,
I threw a disc.
threw a lot more than that.
I hit a tree with another part of a tree.
I didn't like it.
Sorry.
It's just not you.
I'm better now.
You're better than that.
I'm better now.
Yeah, you're better than that.
I am better than that.
You just gotta learn to let it go. It's just a game.
It is.
Especially if your goal is not to go pro or anything like that.
Yeah. No, my goal is to just have fun. And
Yeah.
today I still had fun.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
was very frustrated, but I still had fun.
So then just let it go. Make the next shot.
I probably made it worse by not.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because then your next 4 shots were terrible as well.
They weren't terrible. They weren't great.
See,
They weren't great.
you made them seem like they were terrible.
I did.
So it carries over, is what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
just for those of you out there that are the same way, just relax.
Let's work on it together.
It's a game. There's people that do it in bowling all the time. Like it's bowling.
Yeah, I've never gotten that way about anything else though.
I know you don't. That's why it's bugged me. I was like, this is not you.
I don't know, for some reason sometimes it just got to me today. It gets to me every now and then, I should say.
When you have that bad shot, you just gotta tell yourself, I gotta make the next 6 then.
Yep.
I can do
Yep.
this. This is definitely my shot. I can do this. I messed up there, but I'm gonna make the next 6.
So you're saying I shouldn't break another water bottle like I did before?
Yeah. Nothing good ever turns out that way.
No, I know.
So yeah. So just having fun, that's your goal then, huh?
That's my
Nothing-
goal. I want to have fun, but like I said, not to just have fun, but I want to get better as time goes on.
Don't want to take it competitive then.
Well, like I said, I'll be competitive, and I'm doing the competitive thing with you.
Right.
But I don't like need to be a pro. Like there's not a need for that. Like if it happens, it happens.
Is
but,
there a want?
Oh, I would want to be. Yeah, I think
Okay.
it'd be fun to do. Like if I were able to do like the podcast, comedy, and disc golf for a living,
Mm-hmm.
that would be ideal.
That'd be sweet.
If I could do all 3 of those and just make money at all 3 of them, that'd be great. But no, for right now, like I said, I want to be a pro, but there's not a need. I'm not pursuing to be a pro.
Okay. Good answer.
Yeah. How about you? What are your goals?
Right now, my goal is just to get better.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're just starting. I know I'm starting, but I've been playing since September. So, I mean, I've been playing for quite a while.
And I've only been playing maybe, 2 weeks, 3
Yep.
weeks?
Yeah, I've played all winter. So I have been playing in really rough conditions because I have had no footing. I've played in snow, ice, all that stuff. So now once spring is coming, I feel like I'm going to start getting better because I'm going to have my footing. I'm going to have my grip. I'm going to have all that stuff that I didn't have in the winter.
Yeah. I definitely just want to get stronger. I want to be able to compete.
And I feel like you will definitely be able to compete, especially with your putting.
My putting is...
You drilled some long putts.
Dude, I think I made a 40, 50 footer today.
Yeah. Yeah, you made some good throws.
I would say inside of 15 feet.
Inside of 15 feet, you're automatic.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are automatic inside 15 feet, even with the wind.
Yeah.
At 15 feet, there are a couple 15 footers that I still get nervous about.
Yeah.
Not all of them, but unless I'm turbo putting, I'm getting
I
confident.
want to get to the point where when I'm on the tee box, I'm as confident as I am when I'm making a putt.
Yeah.
Like even at 20 feet or 25 feet, I'm looking at the putt going, I'm going to make this. I got this. This is nothing.
Yeah.
When
And
I'm on the tee box, I just don't go in the woods.
Yeah, and if you guys don't know what we're talking about, disc golf actually goes by feet rather than yards.
Yep.
in ball golf. So yeah, a 30-foot that's a long ways for a putt.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm pretty confident in it.
Yeah.
My jump putt is almost as good as my regular putt.
Yeah, your putting is impeccable. Now it's just the driving and the approaching that we need to.
Yep. And that should be the best part.
Well, yeah, but like we said earlier in the podcast, and this is not our saying, but if you get better at the putting, that's where you get your dough. It's the driving that you do just
I want to put
for
on a
fun.
show.
Yeah.
I want to put on a show.
Well, your show right now
Is putting.
tombstoning.
Yeah.
Where your disc goes right into the ground hard and it spikes up. Yep. Sticks in the ground and is just straight up in the air.
Man. Yeah, right now I just want to compete. I want to be able to go out and just hang.
Yeah.
Man, my stomach is just growling.
Yep.
I don't know if I'm thirsty or hungry or what's going on, but I want to be able to compete and just hang with you guys. I don't want to have to throw my second shot to get up to other people's first shots.
Yeah.
And then after that, after I accomplish that, then I would like to, I don't know if I want to go pro, but I definitely would like to do tournaments and just compete.
Yeah.
And get competitive in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I would like to see the disc golf game get to.
Yeah. And that's right now, like I said, we've been doing it since September.
Mm-hmm.
We're starting to get into the competitions. And so like we'll be able to help you with that as we're going.
Right. And I think as bad as I did play and even where you're at, I would say we're still above the average golfer, maybe.
Yeah.
We're not horrible.
No, we're not horrible at all. And I mean, just from like the tournaments that Josh and I have played so far, like he has been really good in these tournaments.
Yeah.
He's gotten like the top area. I'm the top half, but I'm not getting to the top spots.
Yeah.
Yet. I'm hoping to eventually get there.
Josh is definitely making bigger steps.
He's making big steps.
He played phenomenal today.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, there's days where like we have our off days. Like I had my off day today, but I had a really good day yesterday.
Yeah, you played really good yesterday.
I played lights out yesterday, but then today I got frustrated, and I think that's what got me to play worse was because I was playing bad already.
And I felt like I played better today than I did yesterday.
You did, for sure.
I was definitely, I don't throw extremely far, but I was hitting my lines.
Yeah, you were hitting your lines, and like you were able to, like this morning when we played here in the yard, you didn't hit a tree.
Right.
Like you might have hit a couple branches, but it didn't affect your flight.
What I really liked seeing was that I was able to hyzer and anhyzer when I wanted to.
Yeah.
At times. And that's hook right, hook left for those of you that don't disc golf.
Yep.
And it felt good to be able to actually control the disc. So that was definitely a step in the right direction. Now if I can just get my footwork and my fundamentals down, I think my distance will come.
Well, we're going to be working on footwork at the same time because I have not been able to work on my footwork all winter.
Right.
Because I've been playing in just these ginormous winter boots and there's no traction whatsoever, and
it could get scary with Josh.
I know. He's going to be real good this summer. He's not joining our competition
because he's already got distance.
He's going to win.
He's already got pretty good distance with boots on.
Yeah.
You throw him in some tennis shoes and get some footwork going.
I'm scared to play him in the future.
Yeah.
I'm scared to play him now.
Yeah. Today he was tough.
I hope he doesn't listen to this one. I don't want him to know that I'm a little scared of his play.
Yeah, he was playing like he was on another level today.
Oh yeah,
it was fun to watch.
Oh yeah.
And that was you yesterday though.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and he didn't do well yesterday.
Yeah.
Like he was getting frustrated. He didn't get as frustrated as I did, but it happens. Like you have your off days sometimes.
So, all right. You got another one?
I think that was it. I thought
I thought you did 2 in a row at one point.
Oh, I probably did 2 in a row.
So I guess we're to the point of comedians.
Yeah, we got
So,
our lists here.
This week we're gonna do our favorite comedy groups.
Comedy groups, comedy troupes, whatever you want to call them. These are just groups of people that have gotten together to collaborate and make magic.
Yeah.
These guys are good at what they do, and they were good together. Some of them also did it separate. Not all of them, but they were good separate. They were good together, and it just clicked for them.
And I'm adding one to my list.
You are? Okay.
Yeah, it just popped in my head when just got down here.
Do you want to start off?
Yeah, I'll start off with it. I'm gonna do the blue collar comedy tour.
We were actually talking about that earlier.
That's
at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah.
That's a very good one to add. They were
I mean, some of the greatest comedians of that decade.
Yeah, they had a long streak because they did multiple like showings of that.
Yeah,
like that was
only supposed to be like a one-time thing.
Yeah, and then they just kept going because they got popular.
Yeah, with Jeff Foxworthy, Bill Engvall, Larry Cable Guy, and Ron White.
Yep, they were all, and they were huge part of why I love comedy. Like they were a huge inspiration for me when I was kind of getting into it.
Yeah,
and they were the ones that were at the top of their game. Like when I was doing this,
and the way they went about it, I think, was a stepping stone for other comedians.
Yeah,
they definitely went about it some way by putting out a video. Nobody else did
Well, it was like a video of like a collaboration of 4 great comedians.
Yeah,
like they were able to have a show with 4 headliners.
Yeah,
rather than like an opening act, somebody maybe in the middle, and then your headliner.
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely It was awesome. They were so funny. God, I remember when that show first came out.
Oh, and they're still doing, like, some of them, they're still good.
So, what's your next?
My first one is The Lonely Island. We actually talked about them a little bit last episode. But The Lonely Island, they are amazing. They do, like, mostly videos, but, again, separately, they're hilarious. They started off just wanting to do these videos, and it went well. They had hilarious stuff. It went viral on YouTube and all these platforms, and then SNL grabbed them, and then they did SNL bits, and they are
very funny
group.
I went with the Marx Brothers.
The Marx Brothers.
Yeah,
that goes back.
Yeah, very funny, hilarious guys.
Yeah, that they inspired a lot of people to get into comedy, and yep. I did. You actually talked about this group yesterday, Tenacious D.
Jack Black's my guy.
Yep,
man.
Jack Black, Kyle Glass. They are amazing, and
so funny.
Yeah, they actually, I think, Tenacious D, The Pick of Destiny, I think just went on Netflix not too long ago.
Nice.
I watched it as soon as I saw it.
Nice.
Again, that wasn't my first time.
No, I've seen that a million times, to be honest. I went with Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis.
Yes. Again, you're kind of going back a little bit.
I got an old soul, man.
Yeah.
Dude, I used to love watching their movies when they were together with Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis. So funny. I was a big Jerry Lewis fan when I was a kid. So
nice. I did Stella. Do you remember Stella?
Stella.
Yeah, that was with Michael Ian Black, Michael Showalter, and David Wayne.
Yep.
Yeah. They were hilarious.
Yeah.
I remember watching them on just like, I think it was like Comedy Central Presents. They were just hilarious.
Yeah, that was a good group. I did Monty Python.
Oh my God, yeah. I don't know why I didn't even think it, like I didn't have to cross them off. I don't know why I didn't think of them.
How do you not? That was like, that's GOAT material almost for this.
Yeah, they were hilarious and had so many different
great movies.
Yeah, they just were great together.
It's just a flash one.
My next is Garfunkel and Oates.
Nice.
Yep, and that's a comedy duo. I'm not 100% sure if you knew exactly who I was talking about last episode. I brought them up last episode.
Yeah, you did. And I was totally thinking of somebody completely different.
Yeah, so
in my
Garfunkel
mind.
and Oates is actually it's two female comics, but they do like songs and comedy in one show, and they are just absolutely hilarious
Yeah,
together.
I don't know why I don't know if I was tired or what was going on there. I definitely was thinking of somebody completely different.
Yep.
But yeah, they're hilarious.
And they're on like other shows too. Like they like makes like the first thing that I ever like remember seeing them in is The Big Bang Theory. I'm a Big
Yep.
Bang Theory guy, and I just love that show. And they were actually on that show separately, and then I saw them together in a comedy duo, and I'm like, what's going on? Like, what are the Big Bang actresses doing?
That's funny.
Yeah, I didn't even know they did stand up until I saw it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I went with Laurel and Hardy.
Man, that's a classic one too.
Yeah, I'm old school, man.
Yeah, you are hitting them hard too. Like
yeah,
those are
like these are some big names.
those are all goat.
Yeah, GOAT material.
Yeah. Dang, I'm going with I'm again a newer one, the Sklar brothers.
Nice.
They do all their stuff together. They are amazing twins that are just able to do comedy together.
Yeah,
And they do sports too, which is a huge thing for me.
Mhm.
They're huge sports guys.
They've done a few movies now too.
Oh, they're in a lot of
Yeah,
stuff.
they're in a lot.
They're in movies. They're in TV shows. They make appearances in a lot of places. Like they make appearances just on like TV, like on not a television show, but like with sports. Like I said, like
They're
bring 'em in.
funny separate, but I think they're more like they're even funnier together.
they obviously they know each other. They're
Yeah.
they're twins. Like they just know how to make it work.
Abbott and Costello.
Another
Dude.
great tandem.
One of my favorite bits is the Who's on First.
Yeah. Yep. Well, that's right up your alley. You love comedy. You love baseball.
Yeah.
Like that is your skit.
They
made it
two
for
are-
you.
Yeah, those two are so good.
All right, I got another new one, Key and Peele. They've been together for a long time.
That didn't even cross my mind when we thought about this, and then you told me, and I was like,
And
I almost wanted to fight you for them. And I was like, no, you came up with them. They're yours.
that's the reason why I like doing this part of the podcast, so we can expand on people's knowledge of other comedians,
Yep.
because that's something that you haven't thought of for a while, and I'm glad that I'm able to bring that up, and I hope this brings somebody else some joy, because they're like, I totally forgot. Like, I'm gonna go watch that show, or I'm gonna go watch them on Mad TV when they were on Mad TV. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do all of that stuff, especially like with as many comedians as we've said. Just look at a couple of them.
And we haven't even like scratched the surface, because I know when we hang out, we're just like, we haven't even mentioned him or her, and we're like, how have we not talked about these people? These are big names.
Yeah, and then we're like talking about like, okay, well, we need to talk about like these kind of comedians, because like there's like 8 more that we want to talk about here, and then obviously like off of that there's going to be another 12 that we can
Mhm.
talk about. Like,
So my next one, Cheech and Chong.
I didn't think of them.
Yeah, how do you? Oh,
I don't know how I didn't think of them.
They together, those two were comedy gold in the 90s, maybe even late 80s. God, I love Cheech and Chong movies. Up in Smoke, all that.
What's the smoke though? Are
Yeah,
they smokers?
we'll go with that.
I didn't know that. Oh.
A little bit of the green stuff.
Oh, the green. Oh, interesting. I knew that. I got the Lucas brothers. Again, I'm going with the twins. The Lucas brothers. Do you know who I'm talking about? You don't? Okay. Well, I mean, I'm not that like.
No, I need to look them up.
It's Kenny and Keith Lucas. They're the
Okay.
Lucas brothers, and it's 2 guys that they love comedy, and they are able to make it work, just like the Sklar brothers. They don't do necessarily the same material as the Sklar brothers. Like, they are different style, but they are hilarious, and they just work off each other. And know
I'll have to
how
look.
do
I'll
it.
have to look those two up.
Yeah, they are hilarious.
It sounds familiar. They
And
sound,
again, they have a lot of cameos in a lot of different TV things, and I don't know about movies. I think they are in a couple movies, and they're getting their names out there.
I went with another older one, Frickin' Frack.
Frickin' Frack. I can't believe I didn't say them. Again, I wasn't even thinking of the
old school ones.
I did actually have a couple of these. I didn't have all of them, but I did have like Abbott and Costello. Like I had a bunch of them, and obviously I wanted you to have them because they were on your list first. So or they were maybe higher up. I never go on an order. Like all of mine.
Yeah, this is definitely not by my favorites too.
Yeah, it's never never based on our favorites. Even the first episode when we talked about our favorites, like that wasn't necessarily my order. You know, Brian Regan's number one, but that's it.
And to be honest, after listening to it, I probably could redo my whole order now again.
Yeah, I would probably have 3 or 4 more flop in and out because not that I'm saying I don't like the ones that I did say.
Yeah, exactly. It just changes in your life throughout,
Yeah.
So.
And then the list that I have today is going to be different than the one I'll give you tomorrow.
Yep.
My next one is Flight of the Conchords. I know I talked about them again last episode, but they're hilarious. I love them. I love everything about them. I love the comedians that they had on their television show. They're just great people. And they're still doing stuff. Like they actually had an album come out on Spotify a year or 2 ago, maybe 3 years ago.
Nice.
But yeah, it's.
I don't think I've listened to it. I might have to give it a listen.
It's great.
They're hilarious. So yeah, I definitely need to give it a listen. I went with Amos and Andy, another old school.
Man.
Yeah, I'm killing it with the old school ones.
You are. You have the old school. I have the new school.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Man, those guys were.
Yeah, they were funny.
Yeah. I have an old school-ish, but it's a cartoon.
We got
Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry. They just got a new movie.
Yeah.
I brought the daughter to it, dude. It's actually, I forgot how funny Tom and Jerry was.
Yeah, it's hilarious, and I just love the
slapstick comedy.
Yeah, it's slapstick. It's amazing, and obviously we have another slapstick that we're gonna be talking about. But Tom and Jerry, like my favorite as a kid. Like,
I forgot how I was in. These kids weren't even laughing, and I'm cracking up in there. Like I was like, I forgot how funny Tom and Jerry was because that was like one of my favorite cartoons as a kid too.
Yeah, Tom and Jerry is. I'm glad they have a new movie. I want to see it. I haven't seen it yet.
You need to.
I don't have an excuse. I don't have a kid.
Just go, man.
Okay. I mean, I've gone to movies by myself before. I'm not saying I'm not going to do it again.
We could have done that this weekend.
Oh, we still can. It's only
it's a little late. All right. I went with Andy Griffin and Don Knotts.
Great combo.
Kind of old school again.
Again, old school. They got the black and white going on, but man,
dude, I think
good combo.
Andy set the joke up on the tee, and Don Knotts hit the home run.
Well, yeah, you were telling me Don Knotts wasn't even supposed to be on the show.
Yeah,
like that's crazy to me. Like just getting something.
Yeah, could you imagine what that show would be like without Don Knotts?
No, I don't think I would want to. Oh, maybe I would, but I mean, Don Knotts, he made it.
Yeah.
My next one is actually, I kind of already said this a little bit before, but the Mad TV crew. Back when Mad TV was a thing on TV, that was my favorite. That's what I wanted to do. Obviously, there's still SNL today, but Mad TV was different, and I just loved the way that they did it, and that's what really got me into wanting to be on TV and do comedy.
I wish Mad TV would make a comeback.
They tried a little while ago.
I know, but
it didn't work. I don't know what I didn't look into what it was that it didn't work, but I remember all of that. I actually brought this up in a past episode where I talked about all of the people on Mad TV. And again, I brought up Key and Peele today. They were on Mad TV.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah, they were on Mad TV originally, and then they kind of went their separate ways for a while, and then came back and collaborated for Key and Peele.
It's crazy how many monsters were on Mad TV.
Oh, so many.
Yeah.
Like I've mentioned this in a previous episode, but there was Alex Bornstein, Deborah Wilson, Nicole Sullivan,
Bobby Lee.
Bobby Lee, Mo Collins, Michael McDonald. I could go on for
Forgot about Michael McDonald. Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
Phil Lamar. Like,
Yeah.
so many people. Stephanie Weir. God, I want to just keep naming names off, but it's gonna take me a while to remember all of them.
Yeah, that was a big group of just killers.
Yeah.
This is my last one, and I'm going new school. Kind of ish. Jackass.
Jackass. That's a great. I again didn't think of Jackass for some reason. I wasn't thinking comedy, even though that is exactly what they are.
Yeah. And I remember when they first came out. You remember they even like made the news like because so many people were trying to do the Jackass stunts. Like,
Yep.
stop doing this.
Yeah, they had their own thing.
Yeah. That was huge. They blew up out of nowhere.
Yeah. They were huge, and they are still talked about.
I think they're coming out with a Jackass 4.
They are. They are talking about that, and Steve-O was talking about that on his podcast. He's got a podcast going.
It's good.
Yeah. I've only listened to a few episodes.
Yeah,
but,
I've only listened to a couple too.
Yeah. But it's what he's got going on. He's changed a lot too.
Yeah, he's really turned his life around.
Which is great. I love seeing that.
Yeah. Yeah, but man, them guys are gonna die, aren't they?
I don't know. That they do they keep going harder and harder.
They can't go any harder. Like they're what in their 50s?
I don't know how old they are, but it's got to be close to that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Somebody's gonna die.
Yeah, I got one more. I just had the SNL crew. Obviously there's been many crews on Saturday Night Live, but I want to talk about specifically the Chris Farley days. When Chris Farley was on, that was the best. That's when they had all the greats on there, like Chris Rock, Adam Sandler, Rob Schneider, David Spade, Mike Myers, Dana Carvey, Phil Hartman. You know all these guys. Like,
yeah.
There's so many. Norm Macdonald was on there at that time. Like,
yeah, those guys that was gold.
yeah, I loved everybody on that crew was just
There's been some monsters all the way around on that.
on
SNL.
on SNL like throughout the years.
But, yeah.
Like Will Ferrell, like all of the greats have. A lot of greats have come from SNL.
Belushi.
Belushi, yes. There's many people on today, like Bill Hader, like
Yeah.
Kenan Thompson. He's
Yeah.
a great one. Kenan and Kel. That's a good combo.
With it. Yeah, we didn't have them on.
We should add
throw
them.
So.
Man, so many different people.
So should we do our dedication?
Yes, every episode we dedicate to a comedian or now a comedic group, and
That goes along with our groups or
yep,
whatever.
that goes
our top
along with
10.
our theme that we're having. Obviously, top 10 doesn't mean 10; it means whatever number we decide to do that week.
These guys are the GOAT. Especially for this.
Who are we doing?
The Three Stooges.
The Three Stooges. Amazing. It's crazy.
Comedy gold.
It's crazy because there's been more than 3 of them.
Yeah. Yeah, there
But
is.
it's only 3 at a time though. I think that's how they get away with it.
Yeah, okay.
But Larry, Curly, and Moe.
Larry, Curly, and Moe, baby. Slapstick comedy legends.
Yeah, they knew
Womp, 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 womp.
they knew that there was some part missing in people's lives, and they hit it on the head.
They nailed it.
Yep.
Everywhere.
Every piece of it was great. Especially like for their time. Like obviously they're still funny to this day. I still have their DVDs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well I'm sure it wasn't on DVD at the time.
Nah,
But
remastered.
yeah.
Yeah, those guys they were next level at their time. They definitely brought a lighter feeling to life. I mean, back in especially in their times, it was almost like depression time, wasn't it? Like
Yeah, and they brought the silliness into it.
yeah,
Like they were able to bring
times were rough, and that just I remember seeing like even in the movies and stuff where people were just having a bad day, and they go watch the Three Stooges, and that would lighten their day.
Yep.
And that's what comedy should be about.
And that's exactly how I envision doing comedy. I've never obviously there's a whole lot going on in the world. I don't really want to do a whole lot about that. I want to be able to get people into a new world. I want to invite people into my world, into my thoughts and my jokes, and just have escapism just for a little while.
Right.
Just so that you can get away, get out of your own head. I'm always in my head. And sometimes I want to get out of that. And in order to do that, I write jokes. Not a lot of people can do that. So if I express my jokes, I'm able to do that. And that's what the Three Stooges did. They were able to express themselves on a huge platform for millions and millions of people.
On a huge platform that didn't have a lot of platforms to be on back then.
And they used it very well.
Very
because
well.
They were able to be, again, probably in the GOAT category. We talk about GOAT category a lot. GOAT means greatest of all time for those of you that don't know. This is the stupidest podcast, so I figured I have to explain that to some people.
But in this category, they gotta be the GOAT.
For slapstick. They were probably the
founding fathers
of
slapstick comedy.
Maybe there were people before them that did that, and maybe they were able to exaggerate that and bring it into the new world at the time.
Nobody did it as good.
Yeah.
There's no way.
And maybe they were the first ones to put it on film. Maybe before that, there were groups out there that did it that probably never got any recognition for it.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know the history of that.
I don't either. But those three guys were definitely life-changing for a lot of people.
Yep.
And that's kind of what we look forward for in our dedication to people.
Yep. And I like that Three Stooges movie that they came out with.
The newer one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like that one too.
That was a good one.
Wasn't the original guys.
No, it was definitely not the original guys.
But they did it very well. They played the parts well. And it kind of re-sparked a love for the Three Stooges for me.
Yep.
So, well, I'm going to say it's a wrap for tonight.
Yeah, I think that's good for tonight's episode, and hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed producing it.
Yeah. And again, go check out the webpage, www.thestupidestpodcast.com. You can also catch us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and now YouTube.
We have not a whole lot of video on YouTube. Not yet. We might put some videos out there on YouTube, but the podcast itself
is on YouTube.
With pictures.
Yes.
Not of us, though.
Eventually, maybe we'll go to video.
Yeah.
We'll see.
If people buy us cameras.
Yeah. But we hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and that's going to be a wrap for us tonight. We enjoyed it. Have a good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whenever you're listening to this. Goodbye.
Have a good one.